the impossible is easy when you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Good Greek Moving and Storage is the world's only full-service relocation company. They provide everything from realty services, moving, and storage. They also offer Good Greek van lines, providing long-distance moving across the U.S. and the world. They are entrusted by multiple professional sports organizations. If you moved yourself and you need somebody to unpack it, Good Greek can do it. Seriously, it's a one-stop shop for anything moving related. Get a free moving quote at goodgreek.com.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning, Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours. In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time. And those cars are going real fast and real laugh, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready? Oh, wait. So we're just going to wing it? There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
It's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern bike like on the 10-pound test. Success, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, booze farm drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million gallon and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock.
It is Monday, but this is the kind of Monday you can bend right over and have your way with. The weather is a little bit crisper.
We've got Monday Night Football with our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Monday is what you make of it, and most of the time they suck, but let's try to have a good one today. Welcome to Senning Show. My name is John Senning. My friend over there, the recent victim of a crime, he is the one and only Dizzy.
I don't know if it's because we did the live show Friday, but it feels like it's been a minute since we did the show.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, too. I love so much being out. Like, it was something when we started the show that I wanted to do more of. It was just a concerted effort to be out and about and meeting people and taking the show on the road. I think it's part of the show's growth for people to be able to come and see us. But man, I am so cozy in here. When we are in here behind the board, in this little room with one window open, it is there's just something that I like about it. I'm a man who likes my comfort, more of a creature of habit the older that I get. And I feel very grateful. We had tons of fun on Friday, but I also am feeling very, very nice being back in the studio.
Yeah, and shout out to everyone, not just the listeners who showed up, but like Pap was there, Monica was there, St. Pete Sam showed up despite hearing that she was having issues at home.
Yeah, I have to say, momentary Pap appreciation shout out, because Pap, I see Pap a lot. I know you guys are like very tight, very good friends. Every time I see him, nothing but kind of warmth and goodness. And the fact that he hung out for as long as he did, I mentioned it on Friday, he just had this calming presence. It is mildly, if not significantly, out of my comfort zone sometimes to be putting on a show for a group of people. And the way that it was set up on Friday at Ferg's was we were in a straight line. Our chairs were in a straight line. I'm big on whoever's in here, whoever I'm doing the show with, I want to be looking. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to that person. And then people are kind of just out there listening. With that setup, it was here we are in a line putting on a show for people who are the audience. And that to me is mildly out of my comfort zone. But shout out to Pap, whose peaceful presence right there in the front, just with his big ass grin, nodding his head, just kind of vibing out the whole time. I do think was like my almost a like, what is it when a dog is there for somebody? Support dog. He was my emotional support person on that day, just with his presence. So shout out to Pap for hanging all day on Friday.
Yeah, we got close because of, with Spanish, and I started hanging out more Spanish, and obviously he was living at Pap's house, and me and Pap would have conversations here. Obviously we're co-workers, and it's kind of like you said, you always just felt that warm presence for him. Once we started hanging out and I listened to him, sometimes, my man has some wise lessons you can learn from him.
He's oozing. He's oozing wiseness. That's what he's doing. Like, he looks like a guy you just want to walk up to and go, "Can you give me a little something? Yeah, can you get me through the day? What do you got for me today, good sir?" By the way, peek behind the curtain. These are the most horrific headphones I've ever used in my life. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. I don't know whose they are. I found them in a box somewhere. But another reason why Friday set me off was I forgot everything I need to do the show, from the mic sock to the headphones to the computer that I normally use. Forgot it all at my house today and thought about turning back. But now I'm using a stranger's headphones. They're chipping off, so the little pieces of the headphones are like stuck in my beard and in my hair. I can barely hear through them. But these are just the things we have to conquer on a Monday, and we absolutely will. If you want to participate in the program, we love it. I got to say, I think I learned on Friday that a lot of people are using the YouTube feed just to listen to the show, because I felt bad. We've built up so much of the watch the show on the YouTube, and then we'd have a fun show out and about. We just really don't have the manpower or the technology to take it on the road visually. So I felt bad, and I figured a lot of people wouldn't come in there. We were right about where we always are with the amount of people who watched that and were in the chat room throughout the show. So I'm sorry for not bringing it up more on Friday, but thank you to everybody who has found a home on the YouTube page to watch and listen to the program. You can do that on YouTube, 1025 The Bone. When you go there, the little circle is going to be glowing with the live button. Click on it, and you'll be streaming. You can get in the room and chat with a bunch of people who are listening to the station as well. So shout out to everybody there. You want to hit us up on the phones? The phone lines are open, 800-771-1025, and on social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. Dude, I was I was down south over the weekend. We went down to Osprey, Nokomis to see my in-laws, and we made the trip down to the beach on Saturday night. And I was hoping to have the video. I do have the video. I got to send it to you. Dude, I didn't see anybody talking about the waves being big or anything. Dude, the waves on Saturday night down at the beach in Nokomis were as big in Florida as I've seen them in the last couple years. And I was like a little boy. I was just like a frolicking little boy in the waves. And I wanted Danielle to send a video because I could not keep my bathing suit on for the life of me.
Oh no!
There are about three. Lucky I'm not on a watch list or that somebody's parents didn't come get me because I was so into catching these waves. But every time I popped out of the water, dude, my ass was just hanging out. Every single my bathing suits are built for comfort. They're not really built for extreme sports. And dude, my butt cheeks were just all over. If you were down in Nokomis Beach on Saturday night, you saw a lot of butt cheeks.
And they probably don't see a lot of sun.
No, not very often. Back in my club tan days where I was, hitting the tanning bed more often, I had nice roasty, toasty orange buns like the rest of my body. But now, very, very pale. Oh yeah, Danielle did send it to me, so I'm gonna have to at least show it to you. I don't know if it'll get booted off social media with my butt crack, but
when you were younger, did you used to just take off your bathing suit sometimes as a joke and like whip it around your head? Like if you're swimming with like your family or friends, you go,
can we nail down an age range here? Are you doing this up until like 16, 17 years old?
I was probably 12 or 13, maybe younger than that. I'd be like, probably younger than that. I'd just take it off and whip it around my head like a helicopter.
And then
like
would you also wave your wiener around like a helicopter and swing it like that? No, Dizzy, I never did that. I never as a teenager just got naked in front of my family. But
and friends.
I don't judge it. I was notoriously naked a lot, just probably older than I should have been. Like it was became kind of a running joke that I was just always running around the house naked. Like if the neighbors came and knocked on the door, they knew there was a good chance that I was going to answer the door naked. So I was naked in other scenarios. We were also right on a main road. So I just feel like if I would have been whipping my thing around like a helicopter on the main road, the police may or may not have been called.
My parents have tons of photo albums. The ones that include me, I'd say about 60 to 70% I'm naked.
You're naked? Oh, wow.
If my parents went to get them developed nowadays, they'd be on the list. They'd get contacted. They'd get talking to.
I was gonna say you should start an OnlyFans and just sell your old childhood photos, but that idea just really wasn't well thought out in my brain before I went there.
People from here start following. I got to raise my eyebrow. Go, oh, you, Dave?
Dude, how about I don't know. I think it's just because I shared with you guys last the FUBU picture.
Oh,
so I think it was just when I found that picture, it popped up in my memories on Facebook. I think my first gut reaction was to send it to you and Joj because you had saw my last FUBU post.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that era of Senning that you saw?
Bro. That guy F. That guy for sure F.
Dude, I don't even and this is a photo that was taken in my friend's Buick Regal. All red velvet seats. And I don't even know what that era of me was because I believe I'm wearing a leather jacket with a shirt that is buttoned down almost to the belly button, an aggressive necklace. I look like a young porno star.
You do.
Is what I look like.
I saw that and I was like, this guy was definitely the man back in high school with the chicks.
Dude, I think I might as well throw it up on
throw it up, man.
I'm going to throw it up on X first. And it's definitely, I don't know what you would call that. It's got almost Fonzie vibes. I'm just going to post it and say name that vibe and we'll see what group of people I can be attributed to with that very aggressive look that I had in high school.
It gave me like up-to-date T-Birds of that generation.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe that's what it's...
you and the guys singing about hooking up with chicks and your cars and stuff.
Yeah, and I think Joj even said that we looked like we were a throuple because it's me and my buddy and then this girl who... It might have not been too far off. I did want to give a very special shout out, the second member of the Mike Calta Show to receive a shout out in this first segment, to Carmen and Chad. I was shocked. I mean, I consider myself fairly close with Carmen. We talk from time to time. We've worked together now for many, many years. And listening to her on the air, I was kind of struck by them as the type of people that we're not going to get married because that's what they've said forever. And man, I love seeing it. I love, and I love seeing that Chad did the damn thing, got down on the knee, and proposed to Carmen, and they're well on their way to being the best married couple soon enough in Tampa Bay. So shout out to Carmen and Chad for being freshly engaged.
They're always been a happy couple, but there came a moment where Carmen went from old Carmen to I have endless possibilities of where my future can end now. You know what I mean by that? Like, she didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have kids. And then just at some moment, Carmen turned that around. Well, I guess Chad did. All that around. And now they're like, yeah, we're going to get married. Maybe we'll have kids. This is different. This
quickly
is all new
too. I think. And I think maybe love will do that. And I think that it's very rare that you find someone who is exactly 110% on the same page of marriage or no marriage, and then not only are they there, they stay there forever because people change and people get they grow up and they start looking at life differently. And I want to say that to a certain extent, when Danielle and I first got together, there was a little bit of like, yeah, we don't need to get married. And keep in mind, we also went, I think, almost 12 years before I eventually proposed. So that was I don't know who made the decision more first. Maybe her, who were kind of like, all right, we should do this. Yeah. But I love hearing the stories of the people who have made it work forever without getting married. But I love it. People say it changes. People say it doesn't change. All of those different, you hear, different explanations of the experiences that people have when they get married. I, in my life, don't feel like anything changed. And I think there's probably something to the amount of time that we were together before we decided to get married. It's like, what could change? When you've been with somebody for over 10 years, I don't even know what things are on the table that ultimately could change.
Yeah, you're not wrong. For me, I'm still on the side of I don't think it's for me anymore. I was there. I was in that moment. I was all for like engagement and marriage and honeymoons and this and that. Now I'm like, I think I'm good. But it happened for Carmen.
And it happened. And it happens. And again, I'm not sure exactly what plays into that decision. Ultimately for them, they somewhere had a change of heart. And I think it's just once you really lock in, not to get too sentimental on a Monday afternoon, but like once you really lock in on that belief that like, this is my person, you know what I mean? Because everybody has doubts, and we all have doubts, and we doubt ourselves, we doubt others, we doubt everything. And at some point it becomes such a certainty in your mind that this is the person, like this is the person. And there's almost something to making that official. And cause I think my take forever was, well, I know it, you know it. What's it matter? And I think that's great. And for the people that don't ever get married, good on you. I will never be, you got to get married. It's the greatest thing in life, man. It's just will complete you. I'm never going to be that guy. But there is something to wanting to find a way to make it more forever, to make it more official. And I think that's ultimately where we found ourselves. And to some extent, I guess where Chad and Carmen found themselves. So congratulations to the first couple. Not the first couple. Like the first couple, like the first lady.
Bone couple. First bone marriage.
That's not true. What do you mean?
Like first people involved in the bone that got married. Who would you say that is? Josh and...
Well, I'm not sure what you're saying because Chad wasn't on. You don't mean like both affiliated with the bone.
No, just like close to, like they talk about his chamber football all the time. I guess that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like before, were you always talking about Danielle and stuff like that?
It was also a while ago. I mean, it was pretty well documented too because it was tied in like Golden Diamond Source. Shout out to Golden Diamond Source helped me with the ring. So there was a lot of like the day I think after we went on this trip to get engaged, when we came back, like I think we had Julie Weintraub in the studio and did a whole thing with the ring and talked about it and all of that. So it was pretty discussed.
Like if you mentioned Danielle, would people all the time back in the day go, I know exactly who
probably
at
that point, yeah. But I mean, I was also, I was sitting over there. I was sitting in the phone screen chair, and I don't really remember how prevalent my personality was on the show, but it was being discussed. But now you got me thinking of anybody else on the bone.
It'd just be you and her, right?
Who's been married.
Yeah.
Going through the morning show. None of them got married on since that we're going to, you may be right. The amount of people who got married while on the air is pretty, on the bone is pretty low. If you have a fact check for us, feel free to weigh in, 800-771-1025. Senning Show, first call of the week. Who's this?
What's up? It's Brian.
Brian, what up?
You and Danielle are my favorite married couple. That was very disrespectful, Dizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't say it was my favorite married couple.
No, I took it as well, Brian. I didn't want to start off Monday on a bad foot, but I was offended as well. So
okay, well, good.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm glad now.
Hey, next time for us trying to follow on YouTube, can you get somebody with a camera? Just to show that I think that would really boost the numbers.
Yeah, I think it would have been, especially with the bit that we had with Danielle, and then it was visual in nature. We'll definitely try. I mean, we used to do it, and it used to be back in the day. It was as simple as an iPad, so we will definitely make more of an effort next time we're out to see if we can do that. Sometimes things become afterthoughts, and it's too late to make it happen. But that's also probably another human being there running it, which adding employees and people working is not something that's super popular in this business right now.
Dizzy's wife will do it.
Maybe somebody. I mean, if it's as easy as I think I remember it being. We'll try better, Brian. That's what I can give you. Next time we'll be better.
Have a great one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I wasn't really mad, by the way, just so you know.
Johnny B.
Johnny B.
And Mo.
Oh, and Mo. See, I knew
everyone.
I knew there had to be more. I knew there definitely had to be more. I was just drawing blanks. By the way,
I was just naming off my favorite couple.
Yeah, shout out to Mo's wife, Melanie. I believe it's her birthday today.
Yeah, it is.
Happy birthday.
My third favorite couple after you and Dakota. What's her name again?
My wife, it's Darnell. It's Darlene, actually.
Darlene.
I'm sorry. It's a Darlene. Her parents were big fans of Roseanne, and she was named after Darlene on the Roseanne program. Dude, so Bucks football tonight.
Yes.
I am going to do quite possibly one of the coolest things that I can remember doing in recent memory. So, and things like this are so fun for me because I like to think back to when something like this was just a dream in my head. And I don't know how many years it's been going on, but through my relationship with Teasing and ultimately becoming friends with Mike Allstott and Rich, who runs the Mike Allstott Family Foundation, many years ago, I was invited to go out to Liquor Depot for this event. And what Trey from Liquor Depot does with the Mike Allstott Family Foundation is they've worked with a few different bourbons throughout the years, and they do a barrel pick where a lot of times Mike Allstott and Rich and Trey, they'll go up to Kentucky, they'll go to wherever, the bourbon barrels are being housed a lot of times in Kentucky, and they'll go up there and taste the barrels and then ultimately pick a barrel that will be sold, and the majority of the proceeds from that barrel go right to the Mike Allstott Family Foundation. They sell it exclusively at Liquor Depot, and probably pretty much since the first year, I was just kind of on the sidelines helping out a little bit. I put the bug in Rich and Mike's ear, and I just say, dude, you got to let me at least be around for the barrel pick one year. And tonight is the night where that will take place. So we're going to a place. I'll keep something secretive. And I think tomorrow maybe Trey from Liquor Depot might join us to kind of explain the process and pick his brain. He's just one of the most knowledgeable, great local business owners we have in Tampa. But so we'll go to this place, and Penelope Bourbon actually brings in the barrels that we'll be able to choose from. I don't know how many there will be, but by the end of the night, between a few of us, we will have picked the barrel that will ultimately be bottled and sold at Liquor Depot, with the majority of the proceeds going to the Mike Allstott Family Foundation, which does tons of stuff locally. It's hard to even list all of the different things they do, from the flower drops at the hospitals to the turkeys on Thanksgiving to the shoes for kids and everything in between. The golf event and all of that. It's a really great local charity, and I get to go down and drink a bunch of bourbon while watching the Bucks on Monday Night Football, which should be a pretty damn great experience. I'm a little worried about the fact it's on a Monday night. Not sure who was in the scheduling committee when it came to scheduling on a Monday night. Your boy may be moving a little bit slow tomorrow, but I'm very excited. I don't know how many different bourbons or barrels we're going to be trying, but I will be Ubering, and I'll be getting myself home safely later this evening.
You'll be sauced up tonight. Can't wait to text you and see just how your responses are.
Yeah.
Sauced up Senning.
Yeah, you may get a little something. You may get a little sauced up on the other end, but it's going to be a very, very cool experience, and I'm always grateful to be included in those type of things. But I imagine with a little bit of food and a little bit of pacing myself, that I will be able to not be as in rough condition as you might think.
One thing you're good at, it's pacing yourself when drinking, right, John? You're pretty good at that, right?
You want to know what's funny? You're joking, but I think I am good.
Okay.
I mean, now I understand why it would seem like I'm not, because I do go from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yes.
But I think in the big scope of things nowadays, I am pretty good at pacing myself.
I think instead of jogging through whatever night you're having, you do a 200-yard sprint, and then you just kind of keep that pace once you reach that 200 yards. So it's kind of like you sprinted to the back end of it, and now you're staying strong on the back end. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Like Friday was actually a good example, because after you left, I had been very mild. Like I think I had a Corona, I had maybe a tea drink or two maybe, but I knew I needed to maintain and get through. Well, after I did the hour with Drew, I linked up with my buddy Ben from Teasing at the back bar at Ferg's, and he threw out the word that can really be a turning point in your night and in your life.
Shots.
Yes, but more specific than that.
Ooh, let's see. It's a Jägermeister shot.
Not Jaeger, but you're in the family.
Oh.
You're in the family.
Don't tell me it was like the Rumpelmint.
It was Rumpelmint's.
Oh, no.
It was Rumpelmint. So those are the type of beverages that make you go from 0 to 100 real quick. So I got the Rumpy, and the next thing you know, it was tequila. But I maintained. I ate a ungodly amount of sushi on Friday night after the broadcast, and that had me feeling fine.
Okay.
So, it is. I do understand how it seems that way. But tonight, and I'm also going to be in, not that I need to be on my best behavior with this crew, but I do need to keep it together.
Yeah, not be too sloppy around them. Are they all good at holding their liquor?
I mean, I would imagine there will be some buzzes going around, but I don't expect anybody to be causing trouble. It's at a fairly nice establishment, so I don't see anything getting too crazy, which means I probably do need, I was texting them this morning saying, do I need to wear pants?
A new on this whole planter.
Thank you. Everything that it with love, right?
Of course.
My mom texts me, you're night's sleep last night? Hold on.
Well, now you look confused.
What are your thoughts?
Now it looks like you're holding in a fart.
Oh, hold on. You just look at, hey. I was trying to get it to go, but hold on. I'm going to turn this off just so you can see my face. What do you think?
Now I kind of see it.
You
on
do?
The camera, it looks, in person, it doesn't. You look normal in person. On the camera, you look kind of tired. With that look you were giving, were you doing a look just now?
I wasn't trying to do a look.
It felt like you were doing a look while you
like a sad, mad, tired look?
Like you were thinking hard.
Yeah, parents have a way of doing that. They mean it with love, but they just say things. They'll be like, "Oh, you look a little. Are you bloated? Have you been gaining weight? Are you tired?
My parents love doing that.
Yeah, that is the thing that parents do.
My mom will go like, "Oh, Nicole's cooking well." I'm like, "Oh, okay. All right." Yeah.
They mean it. I believe they mean it with love. I believe. We got a hell of a show today. Keep it locked to the bone all afternoon long. We have your next chance at $1,000 coming up at 2:00. Coming up next, we have a very special guest. My only tease will be that there's a theme with our special guest that you may have picked up on from a couple mentions in the first segment. We have a big event that is going to be announced that's coming up this Saturday. It's going to be your next opportunity to win your way into the Mike Calta tailgate. So we'll give you the information on that. And I'm very good at kind of reading when it comes to picking stories for that thing or anything. I try not to just talk about things that are important to me. Like, I want to talk about things that everybody cares about. This one is a bit of a personal story for that thing. Something that I love very much in my life and have for my whole life. Keep it locked to the bone. Whoa. That's YouTube. Don't listen to that. That was me. They may have jumped the shark. I may never look at this the same ever again. A piece, I'm going to be even more dramatic and mean it. A piece of my childhood died over the weekend when it comes to a massive announcement that was made. And we're going to be joined by a special guest to chat about that and the event this Saturday. So keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone.
For most of the questions in my heart, like why are we here and where do we go, and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing.
You know, change is always happening. It's part of life. When it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs get rewritten, remixed, rebooted. Bands break up, add new members. Even our taste in entertainment can change over the years. But no matter how much things change in the next 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same, and that's the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing a 5-year price guarantee. It means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best equipment included for a price that's going to stay exactly the same. If you're surprised, that's a good thing. Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years. Lock it in. Go now to Xfinity.com/deals.
And all of these moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight. But I know that they'll be gone when the morning lights.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Together, we've been through it. Big storms, long hot nights, and the sigh of relief when the lights come on. At Tampa Electric, we never stop preparing. We strengthen lines, trim trees, and underground miles of power lines every year. And when a storm hits, we're all in. Every team member works around the clock until the power's back on for everyone. Yay! Because together, we can power through any storm. See how you can prepare at tampaelectric.com/storm center.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. A question I get all the time is, how did we become the largest injury firm in the world? We have over 1,000 lawyers in all 50 states and close to 6,000 coworkers. Our call center is on duty 24/7. You can reach us at any time at forthepeople.com. But the real reason is we won a lot. When you visit our website, go to our verdicts and settlements. There you will see what our clients were offered and what they were awarded at trial. All those verdicts help us resolve many cases fairly and early. You see, nothing beats reputation. The insurance industry knows who we are. We even have insurance adjusters call us for representation because they know too. We've made it easy. On your mobile device or computer, go to forthepeople.com and we will get busy. It's that easy. Call today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You don't need to be an all-pro to make big moves. Getting championship-level performance is easy at Crown Honda. Drive a new 2025 Honda Pilot, just $469 per month. Or a new 2025 Honda Accord, just $289 per month. Don't wait for the 2-minute warning. Get to Crown Honda now and save today. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Football's back, baby. The Hard Rock Bet Party is just getting started, and you're on the list. Place your first $5 bet on Hard Rock Bet, and if it wins, you get $150 in bonus bets. And not only do you have bets, but you can also find the hottest streaks, the latest line moves, and everything you need to know to bet at Hard Rock Bet Stats Hub before placing your next bet. Simply download the app on your phone or go to hardrock.bet and start winning today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato. Wow.
Your future Olympian. And your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Renewal by Anderson of Florida has some tremendous savings for you during the month of September. It's a big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com to learn more. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Superior products, exceptional service. That's Renewal by Anderson. License number CGC 1527613. bestwindowsflorida.com.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
The Bud Light Mike Calta tailgate is back for another season. Join us before every Bucks home game for the Bay's biggest tailgate. Enjoy complimentary Bud Light along with amazing food from Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market that will be cooked up on site by our friends at the Brisket Shop. Plus, plenty of Bud Light giveaways and some surprises. Enter at theboneonline.com.
We put in time, energy, and resources because your case is worth it. Farrah and Farrah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do. Chester, sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange from the outlaw.
Welcome back to Senning Show, 800-771-1025. I'm John Senning. That is Dizzy. Now, I'm loving the vibe of this brand new Limp Bizkit song with the bizarre title, Making Love to Morgan Wallen. But I'm not just playing it because I love it. I'm playing it because the most Limp Bizkit loving man on the bone, often seen with the Florida State cap turned to the back, the burger guy, also known as one of the sexiest men on the bone, the one and only Gio, is on the phone line. What's up, buddy?
I miss you too, Chester.
Yeah. Dude, what's your initial review of the new Limp Bizkit song, Making Love to Morgan Wallen?
I love it. It's exactly what I would expect and want to hear from Limp Bizkit. It's like Limp Bizkit, which I love.
Am I missing?
The last album was fantastic.
Am I missing somewhere in the lyrics, or do you have a better understanding of the Morgan Wallen reference? Is it just the title, or is there a legitimate Morgan Wallen tie-in somewhere?
I'm not aware of a legitimate Morgan Wallen beef. I think this is probably some type of clickbait from Fred Durst, if I'm being completely honest, which I love, because right away it gets people talking, I guess. But I love it. I love it.
Hard to please. We don't care. We bounce on clouds, sing off key, and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes.
Now, Gio, I love you. I'm always looking for reasons to talk with you and get on the radio with you and all of those things. But we have some legitimate business, and then I've got to get your take on something because I've been down in the dumps ever since I heard this news, and we'll handle the business end first. This Saturday is going to be a very, very exciting day. Thanks to my partnership with Wild Fork and the fact that Wild Fork is going to be providing all of the meat and food for the big tailgate on Sunday, the home opener for the Bucks as the New York Jets come to town. That has kind of looped me a little more in with the tailgate. And this Saturday, you're going to have your opportunity to get your hands on tailgate tickets if you don't already have them, because we're giving them away every 15 minutes, maybe even a little more often than that, if I'm being completely honest with you. This Saturday, it's September 20th, and Gio and myself will be broadcasting live from 12 to 2 at the Brisket Shop in South Tampa. If you haven't been there, it's some of the best damn food you're ever going to eat, and you'll also be able to see me and Gio and get yourself hooked up with some tailgate tickets. And thank you for
you had me. You called me. You asked me about this event, and you had me at Brisket Shop. Anything related to the Brisket Shop and the fact that they're going to be doing Wild Fork there as well, it was hard to say no, to be quite honest. If this was going to be at the 7-Eleven or a car lot, I would have turned you down immediately.
I do appreciate that. And I have to say, I felt so bad being such kind of a late enlister to the world of Danny and the Brisket Shop, because obviously, like, I know you guys have talked to him and I hear people talk about him, and I've had the food out at the tailgate and I know that it's delicious, but until you really kind of get to see what Danny is up to and the way that he approaches food and the way that he does things at the Brisket Shop, you don't understand what a special place that it is. And it's going to be a hell of a time. And for those that are wondering, how do I get into the tailgate on Sunday? This is one of the easiest ways to do it. We've got some to give away on the air, and I'm sure you'll be hearing it across all the shows. But if you want to physically come out this Saturday, September 20th, John Senning, and Gio with your Bud Light tailgate passes every 15 minutes at the brisket shop, and it's going to be a hell of a time.
So are we doing like a show, or like what are we doing? What exactly are we doing for the 2 hours besides consuming just tons of brisket and tons of meat from Wild Fork in the brisket shop? What else do you have in plan? What's the agenda? I need to know these things.
And I like a man that needs a plan, because I'm kind of the same way. Like, I like to know what I'm doing and where I need to be and what to expect. There will be a radio show. There will be a legitimate radio show from 12 to 2, where we can talk Bucks. Here's the thing, and this is another reason why I wanted to pull you in, not only to announce this a big event, a cross section, what do you call it? A Senning Show / Mike Calta Show joint, if you will, with the legendary burger guy, aka the sexiest man on the radio, Gio. I text you right when we started talking about this, and I said it can be a 2-hour WrestlePalooza pre-show, because on Saturday night there is a giant WWE show, and it is the first WWE show that will be on ESPN. They've made this leap from Peacock and the pay-per-view world to now all of their pay-per-views, premium live events will be shown on ESPN. But I have to tell you, I am so bitter, so mad, and so heartbroken that the WWE announced, I believe it was on Friday, that WrestleMania 43 is going to be in Saudi Arabia. And I don't know the last thing I saw that was wrestling related that bummed me out this much. It feels like we might have officially lost the last semblance of the WWE that we grew up on.
The fact that the spectacle that is WrestleMania, pure piece of Americana. I can't think of no other. The fact that is now basically, and for all intents and purposes, being sold to the Saudi government is disgusting. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to make any like super bold statements that I'm not going to be able to stick to, because when I first found out the news, like I wanted to send out a tweet or like say something on social media and go, WWE's dead to me. You're never going to see me watching it ever again. That is probably factually untrue, and that there will be things that catch my interest. But man, when I think of the WWE, WrestleMania is such a big part of the greatness of the WWE, that spectacle that is larger than life, that goes around to all these great venues across America. And we've seen them, we've seen it here locally. We've experienced it at Raymond James. Orlando's hosted it. I've been lucky to go to a couple in Texas. And the idea that is going to take place in a spot like Saudi Arabia, it really feels like they've sucked a lot of the joy and energy out of that. And I don't know if you saw, they're doing a Royal Rumble there as well. So that's going to be in 2027. The Royal Rumble in 2026 is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble I had heard about already. I heard that was going to be happening, but I never thought that WrestleMania, like the road to WrestleMania, should not be to the deserts of Saudi Arabia. It just doesn't make any sense. The road to WrestleMania should be somewhere here in the United States. Andre the Giant is rolling over in his oversized coffin right now. This is a horrible money grab by the WWE, and I think it's something that they'll never be able to come back from.
It's really wild because I don't know, the TKO owns them now. So the big parent company that owns UFC owns WWE. The Rock is involved. It's clearly not our WWE anymore, but you cannot find, and when I tell you cannot find, I would challenge you to find a positive comment or positive remark online about this decision. And maybe that just doesn't matter anymore. I know the internet, when it comes to wrestling, has a divided fan base, but I don't think you're going to find one wrestling fan in America that's going to go, hell yeah, I've always wanted to watch WrestleMania live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Here's the thing is, like, I've been to several WrestleManias. I've gone there, had the entire experience. And a lot of times you'll talk to other wrestling fans and you'll find like a father and son, or two brothers, and they've gone to WrestleMania. It's their annual trip since, for decades going back for some of these people. And now not everybody's going to have the wherewithal to travel to frickin' Saudi Arabia to go see a WrestleMania. So now those streaks all come to an end. A lot of people, this is their annual tradition, is they just go to WrestleMania, and now that being thrown out simply for a giant cash grab just because, Saudi Arabia has basically unlimited money. And they said that somewhere they could pay upwards of $300 to $400 million for WrestleMania, which I understand. Okay. It's great monetarily, but I really, really think you're rubbing your hardcore fan base really the wrong way by doing this. I don't know. I don't feel good about it. It just doesn't feel right.
The next part, and I think we're in the early, phase of being pissed off about it. And I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse because I think they're going to pull all the stops out and could be one of the most impressive WrestleManias from a wrestling perspective ever booked. And that's going to piss me off. They're already saying, lock it in, The Rock versus Roman Reigns, probably happening in Saudi Arabia. So for that to happen there and not here, it's almost like if I watch it, it will be a hate watch at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree. I did see the talk of Rock and Roman Reigns. I saw John Cena. He's supposed to be retiring. How John Cena would be coming back out because there's so much money to be made that they would have to pull out all the stops and all the fantasy bookings that us wrestling marks have dreamed of for years. They're finally going to try and pay off just to try and soothe us for the fact that our WrestleMania, a piece of Americana, is being taken from U.S. soil.
Could you be bought? Let's just say that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia got word, because Tampa's kind of a mecca for pro wrestling. Let's say that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia found out that some radio personalities in Tampa were bad mouthing the decision, and we got some emails from the Prince that said we'd like to host you in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, front row, all expenses paid for a long weekend. You can just not speak ill of the kingdom or this decision any further. Would you take the deal?
Oh, 100%. I'm in. I'd love to go. I think great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
And I think that I probably have a very underinformed opinion of Saudi Arabia. Probably very beautiful, lots of things to do, very Americanized in a lot of ways. But
the whole human rights thing, that's a toughie.
That's tough.
Get back that.
That's the other thing too. Is it's a religious based thing, and they have their ways and whatever that means. But like the women go there, they have to wrestle their matches in bodysuits. Like you can't show an ounce of skin on a woman. And the WWE goes, this is the place that we want to hunker down in and host our biggest event.
Yeah, it's my understanding that the Saudi government doesn't take kind to criticism, especially from their citizens.
Yeah,
and that usually doesn't end well for those people.
Yeah, well, luckily for now, we're safe here in America when it comes to bashing the WWE going to Saudi Arabia.
It just sucks, man. Overall, I'm probably going to watch it because I'm an idiot, and I'll watch it because I love WrestleMania, but it just sucks.
It's
not going to be the same. It really is just nothing. It's nothing more than a cash grab, which is unfortunate because, it's a business. They're making money, but you want to think that that's at the heart of it all. You want to think that's not what it's about. And clearly, it is about the money,
especially now in the TKO era. Again, if you're just joining us, this is Gio from the Mike Calta Show, and we have a very cool event that's going down this Saturday, September 20th, from 12 to 2 at the Brisket Shop in South Tampa. It is all looking forward to the big Mike Calta tailgate the next day, Sunday, at Ray J before the Jets-Bucks game. If you want to win your passes to the tailgate, we'll be out there from 12 to 2. Unbeknownst to Gio, and I'm sorry to deliver him the bad news, we will be doing a full radio show for those 2 hours as well. So come out, see us.
Yeah, you should have led with that. I thought I was just hanging out with you at the Brisket Shop for 2 hours. I didn't know there was actually work involved where a radio broadcast, a full-on 2-hour radio broadcast would be happening.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be painless. I
should have read the fine print. I thought, go hang out with John Senning, eat some Brisket Shop. It'd be great. 2 hours in and out, no piece of cake.
Yeah.
Now we actually have to speak to the masses.
No. You got no producer duties. Nothing like that. We'll make it very quick and painless. But I urge everybody to come out and get their Mike Calta tailgate passes every 15 minutes this Saturday at the Brisket Shop with myself and Gio. Thanks for picking up the call, and I look forward to Saturday, buddy.
I'm excited, man. It's gonna be great.
It is. All right. Have a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon.
Right on.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, are you still there?
Yeah, what?
Oh, I meant to bring this up. I meant to bring this up to Dizzy and to you. Did you see? I don't know if you watch Kill Tony at all, but did you see who's on the panel tonight on Kill Tony? It ties into everything we're talking about. Triple H.
Not yet, no.
Triple
No
H.
way.
Triple H is on the
Really?
panel. Triple H and Carrot Top returning to kill Tony. That's who's on the show tonight.
Triple H, very funny guy, but I got to tell you, he can be bought. He can be bought, clearly.
Yeah,
It's
you
all about
almost
the
have
money.
to wonder if this was by design. He's like, I know everybody's going to be pissed off at me and thinking I'm whatever for going to Saudi Arabia, so let me do something kind of outside of the bounds and, be a little questionable with my comedy.
Yeah,
and
he's actually a nice guy. Look how funny he is. It's great.
All right, but
Great, $400 million. All
right, that's the last thing I had for you. Goodbye, Gio.
right, buddy.
Bye, have a good one. This Saturday, make your plans. It really did, truly, though, bother me deeply. It's something that I have held in such high regard, and they talk about the WWE going to Saudi Arabia for all these years. Never thought it would actually become a thing, and I think it just ruins a little bit of what the WWE is. I know that it's global in a way, but if there was one thing that was sacred, I thought it was WrestleMania, and I guess it's not.
No, I get that. Listen, they pump a lot of money into different sports
It's
to try to get
wild.
them over there. They have Cristiano Ronaldo. He plays on a team out there, and
In Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi Arabia, and there's a lot of famous players, big name players that went over there because they were just throwing checks at them, man. And the football is not good. It's not quality. It's just they're getting paid.
Is that the and this would be a question for Drew Garabo. I think that Live Golf that they tried to start up, that was based out of Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah.
Like there is just this wild thing in Saudi Arabia. They have so much money that they clearly love America and love our sports and love the culture to a certain extent that they just throw money at. They get the UFC over there all the time with these giant events, and they do this big like holiday. I don't even know what it is, but they do this big thing where it's all about just getting the biggest events on earth to come there, and it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer, and I know that 99.9% of wrestling fans agree with that it's just crazy to see something that's kind of sacred like WrestleMania now being held in Saudi Arabia.
And I hear that there's like a lot of stupid stuff that goes on over there. Obviously, not lifestyles we're used to, but a lot of the stuff they do in Saudi Arabia is to just distract the people.
Yeah.
And kind of be like, shut the hell up. Look, I brought you Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, I brought you the wrestling. Like, shut up and just go watch these events.
Yeah, and there's probably some of that. Like we can do whatever we want, but we're going to keep you entertained.
Exactly.
We're going to. Mike Bird. That'll be the day. That'll be the day that we have officially lost the last grasp on Americana. Is if they get a NASCAR race in Saudi Arabia.
They just race camels.
If they get a NASCAR race to the middle of the desert in Saudi Arabia, we just have to give up and understand that Saudi Arabia is going to buy and do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, they're becoming a conglomerate over there with all these things they're buying, man. It's insane. I would never go out there to watch any sporting event.
Yeah, I really can't imagine. And again, I think there's a part of me that's probably uninformed. And if you dropped me in Saudi Arabia, I could have a fun few days. And there's a lot to do. Zero interest. I would have traveled to Alaska, Hawaii, California. There's so many different things I could have done or would be willing to do to travel for an event like WrestleMania. Saudi Arabia, not one of those things.
No. Imagine all the signs that are going to be held up during that, too. That was weird. Because, wrestling, it's, I think, honestly, the sport that has the most signage in the sport. I would go to.
I would think
that,
from a promotional standpoint,
Do you
probably.
think they're all going to be wrestling related, or a lot of stuff goes on over there that they're just trying to get their message out? You know what I mean? Or just the WWE, do they walk around and go, you can't have that because we're, broadcasting.
Well, they already do a lot of stuff over there. So they've had big events, and it's crazy because, I don't understand how it works over there, but it's like the princes. There's all these princes, and they, bring all their kids. So, everybody in the front few rows are all in this garb, they're like princes and their families, and they're always talking and, look like nobody's paying attention. It's a very interesting thing when they go over there.
Just 3 minutes.
Hey, what's going on? Who is this?
Hello, it's me, Sal.
Sal, what's up?
How you doing, John?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
First time caller, long time listener.
I appreciate that, Saul. Thanks for being here. What's on your mind?
You were talking about the WWE and the Saudi Arabians.
Yeah.
Saturday night they had the Netflix fights.
Yes.
With Canelo and Crawford, and there was this Saudi Arabian prince walking around there. I think he's got dibs into it also.
They're involved in almost every sport in some form or fashion. Wouldn't surprise me if they're trying to get the NFL there and everything in between. So that is not surprising at all.
All right. Just giving you my thought. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your thoughts, and thank you for the call. All right, let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, well, actually, I'm going to give away $1,000 here in just a sec. When we come back, I've got a couple things, and they're a little bit tied in. We will do an illicit ticket giveaway, which we have not done in a while, which essentially means I'm looking for a criminal. I'm looking for a criminal who has committed a very specific type of crime. And, you know, we punish criminals in this society, rightfully so. We have to. But for roughly the next 30 minutes, we are going to reward a criminal.
Nice.
And we'll start the conversation by talking about what's going on in Dizzy's community. If I know that you touched on it a little bit earlier, I got the lowdown over the weekend. There's been a little bit of a lull after the fighting with the fire extinguishers and the breaking into the cars. There's been a little bit of lull of criminal activity in Dizzy's hood, but that all came to an end over the weekend. I want to touch on that and give away some tickets to a criminal coming up next on more Senning Show. Stand by. We're about to give away $1,000. This hour's keyword is sun. S-U-N. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter sun before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. If you don't have the Bone app, download it. Send the word to your family members. Tell them to download the app as well. If you get a call within 30 minutes and you don't recognize it, no, it could be somebody from the radio station wanting to give you $1,000. Go now. It's S-U-N. Enter that, and the Bone bonus could be yours. It was so good to see our friends Ben and Caroline from Teasing on Friday. Teasing Energy is truly a product that has been amazing to watch it grow and see so many people gravitate to the pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. There's no nicotine, there's no tobacco, so if you're trying to beat a habit, you want to stop dipping, vaping, smoking, maybe just stay away from the snacks, Teasing can help with all of that. I love it for the alert energy that it gives me. I'm big on the spicy stuff. Bangin' black cherry, mango habanero, cinnamon, peppermint, flavors for everybody. If you go to teasenenergy.com, use the code BONE20, you get 20% off everything in the online store. And also check out the store locator while you're there to find out where you can stock up on Teasing. They're in Walmarts all over Tampa Bay, 7-Elevens, all of the Liquor Depot locations as well. No matter how you get a pouch, as long as you get one in your mouth. We love you, Teasing Energy. Why spit when you can swallow?
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need cash to pay off your bar tab that got a bit out of control at the strip club last week? We've got you covered. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. The Bone Bonus is back. Sponsored by #1 rated New South Windows. 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The Just Call Mo Comedy Jam is back. The 4th annual showcase hits the Orlando Funny Bone Thursday, October 2nd, and tickets are only $20, and it all benefits a great cause, the Yellow Brick Road Foundation. Grab your tickets now at mocomedyjam.com before they sell out. now. That's MoComedyJam.com.
If you've been hurt in an accident, Bernetti PA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Bernetti PA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, and therefore no stress. Hey, it's JP, and selling your home is by far one of the biggest decisions you will ever make. So who you work with absolutely matters. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate are the most experienced real estate team in the U.S., and you can trust them to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed cash offer would be. There is no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-998-0633. 800-998-0633. That's 800-998-0633.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Plans not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are FDA approved and other registered trademarks of Novo Nordisk AS, which is not affiliated with Hims and Hers.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At 4hers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded GLP-1 injections, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatments that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at 4hers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's 4hers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save calculate costs, and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
1025, The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning. 'Cause I'm a criminal.
It said it was the edited version. Let's find out together.
My words are like a dagger with a jagged edge. You in the head, whether you're a or less, at a homo sex, or math, or a trans event.
Dude, you go back and you listen to this album, this Marshall Mathers LP, and you try to apply it to like today's standards, it's one of the most insane things you could listen to. I mean, just with all of the inherently homophobic, transphobic, you know what I mean? Like if an artist went out and made this album today, it would be looked at as a political statement, as somebody who was trying to do something very specific. Then nobody took it that way. It was just an unhinged, raunchy, push the envelope type album, but it wasn't put into a box politically. But now you listen to this song and other songs like it off this album and you go, damn, we really were living in a different time, weren't we?
Eminem was probably the first controversial celebrity I knew about, because remember they were burning his CDs and stuff like that?
I mean, I would say probably the biggest of our generation. Like, I know that, and there was a similar moment in time, and even he obviously raps about it, with him and like Marilyn Manson, where people just assumed that they were ruining the youth of America. I think that they had that with devil music rock in the early 90s, maybe late 80s. You go back to the 2 Live Crew and the curse words, and people did everything they could to push back against them. But I agree in that in our lifetime, in our generation, I think Eminem was the one that they thought was ruining us all. And I don't think that was the case at all. I think to a certain extent, it made us the generation that's willing to laugh at everything and everybody. There are no rules, but not out of a place of meanness or trying to prove a point, just from a place of I would say borderline comedy.
So I was going to ask you this, and I feel like you kind of just answered to this. As an adult, I was going to say, do you think you could not relate, but understand more of the people's hate towards what he was rapping about? But now that you said that, you're like, well, nobody was safe with his lyrics.
And that's all. I think that's really what it was. It wasn't pointed necessarily.
Yeah.
It was. He drops the R word a lot. He wasn't afraid to drop an FAG, and it still really isn't to this day. Dude, the parallels, and I know people will hate this, but the Detroit rap scene, when you talk about a group like ICP, for example, it was so based in kind of shock and awe, and you get that because it's straightforward with ICP. I think that because Eminem became bigger than life and became such a star, that it wasn't taken for what it really was, which is what they were doing in Detroit at the time, which was coming for everybody, shocking everybody. It was violent and it was vulgar, and it just happened to be the biggest album of the time. And I would say, still to this moment, I think that the Marshall Mathers LP is one of the greatest albums of all time. I think from front to back,
cover to cover, yeah.
I mean, as far as a rap album, I think it's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, and it had skits that were still entertaining.
Yeah, and it had what was it? The Ken Kniff.
Yeah,
Ken Kniff when the when ICP is giving mouth love to give it back to Shaggy. Oh yeah, give it back to Jay. Don't be violent with it. Don't be violent. All right, we've got to talk about it. We've made it 2 hours and 12 minutes before we talked about the fact that you have you have been the victim of a crime. I don't know if this will be filed underneath the Bitch Boy Chronicles, or if this is just a crime that was committed on you and in your home for that matter. So tell me when it happened and tell me when you first realized something was wrong.
Yeah, Sunday I was just watching some sports. I was watching football.
Football. Wait, football or football?
Football.
Okay.
Football. And I'm hanging out Sunday. It's usually a day where it's like Nicole's doing some cleaning. I'm doing the most I can to stay away from the cleaning.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah. And she comes in from the room and she's like, hey, our chair's gone. I'm like, our chair? We don't have no chair in there. I was like, what do you mean our chair's gone? She goes, the big chair we have outside is gone. I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? She's like, someone must have stole it. I go out there, see there's no chair. I'm like, oh my God. And I go 0 to 100 when stuff like this happens.
Talk to me about this chair. You don't have a picture of the chair, do you? Because I got the vibe that from the way that you spoke to me about it that you really liked this chair.
Yeah.
That this chair was a chair that you sat in that maybe meant something to you.
Yeah. So at first, I was using it for the podcast when I used to have my old place. Can kind of see it there.
Is it the one you're sitting in?
Spanish is sitting on.
Oh, damn! That's like a step past a chair. That looks like possibly a love seat.
Yeah,
like there's two. There's almost space for two on that.
Yes, there definitely is. Three, honestly. And it was something that just didn't go with the inside of our place. But it's nice enough that we used to keep it on the balcony at her old place, and we're like, well, we'll just keep it back here. We have a covering over it, so it's not like it's gonna get wet up.
Right.
And
you want to sit outside, have a little smoke,
exactly.
maybe taking a little caca, whatever you're into. What a nice little love seat, mini couch to be able to sit on out back.
Exactly, and we haven't been on it for a minute, so when I noticed it wasn't there, I was like, oh my God. But again, I immediately see red, so I'm like, I got to go walk around this neighborhood and see who the hell put this outside in their place.
Real quick, because you said you hadn't noticed that it was gone. Is it within the realm of possibility that it didn't happen like the night before or even the day before, or did it happen a while ago maybe?
100%. It could have happened a week
ago. Okay.
Yeah, at least. I think the last time we sat on it or at least noticed it was like a week and a half ago. So, it's gone. I'm in my head, I go, same stupid thieves who probably
got into your car.
My car. It's probably them again.
You almost hope it's them because then you can at least go, we have some criminals, not just we're living in a crime-ridden neighborhood where there are all sorts of criminals.
Exactly. So I get my thing, put it on me just in case, because I'm like, if I go confront someone and they get like agitated, I want to at least be able to protect myself.
So you would have, and this is why I believe this is not going to be filed into the Bitch Boy Chronicles.
Yeah.
So you got that thing on you, and then you're now gallivanting and perusing around your neighborhood. If you were to see that on somebody's patio, would you have just taken it, or would you have knocked on the window and confronted that person?
I would have went around, like if it's on their back patio, I would have went to the front door, knocked on the door, and been like, you have my stuff. And if they said no, I go, why don't we call the cops and we'll see who they agree with.
Dude, right? I love hearing about you calling the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
I love to see it. Dude, man, look at this. Man is changing before my eyes. Calling the cops.
What am I going to do if, like, instead of the cops, knock on the door and, like, pull my gun out and go, well, you guys go put it back right now. You know what I mean? That's not going to end well.
Well, then you might be the one who's getting the cops called on them.
Exactly. So
your crime could be worse, potentially.
The worst case, I go knock on someone's door and they're like, hey, F you, man. And they get confrontational, put my hand on and they go, hey, it's not the time. I'll call the cops real quick on this because I want to be free. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in jail.
That's good. That's a good way to live your life, is being free.
Exactly. So I walked not all around. There's a little part of the neighborhood I didn't get to, but I went to first that area where those people live.
So the area where the kids that you knew that got into the car, you went over there first, and no sight of your beautiful love seat.
And you said yourself, it's a pretty nice thing. So it's very well possible. It's just inside someone's house now.
Yeah, it has the look of something somebody would put up, put in their house.
Yeah, so the whole idea now is, since obviously I didn't find it when I was looking around, is when we get back, we're gonna go talk to the people and tell them like, hey, check the tapes. I don't care if you had to go back a week. It's just like you're looking in one area that they'd probably walk by. Fast forward through all those days and just see if anyone has it, or maybe check like where those people are. there's cameras looking that way, so you could see if they were just carrying a sofa that way.
Man.
So
it's one of those things too where we touched on it. When you got your car broken into, and not that this is locked up or anything, but it just feels, you just have this gross feeling that you've been taken advantage of. Like somebody thought, this may be yours, but it's mine now. You know, another possibility just popped into my head. What if you, because maybe somebody looked at it and goes, damn, that looks nice. I bet I could get $1 for that.
Yes.
What if they put it up like on a Facebook marketplace or an offer up or some Craigslist even, and are trying to sell it somewhere online?
You would think so, because like just kind of, what kind of people I heard they are, that they probably are just trying to make $1. If it is that kid. Heard he's in and out of the juicy system.
The juicy system.
JoJo's, he's black.
The Big Gulp Club.
And I heard his mom's a crackhead and recovering crackhead or whatever.
Oh,
so I'm
man. Cut him a break. At least you can do is give the guys a couch.
Give him a chair.
His mom's a crackhead.
So I'm like, it would make a lot more sense. But, it's kind of like you said. It's a violation. You're stealing my property. You're putting your hands on my stuff. And it's getting annoying. And I want to go talk to the people that run the complex and say, this place is turning into a ghetto. You're just allowing people to run rampant, stealing stuff. There's no repercussions. People are breaking into our pool areas and stuff like it's getting crazy.
So I remember asking you almost the whole way along, when there was the fighting outside the door, there was the kicking at the door, there was ultimately the breaking into the car. I think I asked you the whole long way. Are you thinking about moving, or is this the decision that will have you contemplating getting out of there? Is the leather couch on the back porch the final straw when it comes to you wanting to get the hell out of this neighborhood?
Yes, especially if I go talk to the people and they just don't really care or want to, try to help us figure this out. I'm going to go, okay, well, we need to discuss us getting out of our lease without being charged for it, losing a deposit or whatever, because you guys aren't providing a safe neighborhood. Why am I paying for this stuff?
I bet you that's pretty cut and dry. Like if you've been the victim of multiple crimes in the neighborhood, and you got people, I mean, especially you've got footage of some of it. You could talk about the banging on the door, the fighting outside, the car getting broken into, your stuff being stolen. I would think that if you worded it properly, they will probably let you out of that lease whenever the hell you want. Because what do you got? You still, not tons of time, but probably like another 6 months, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, exactly. We're about halfway through it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say, and I'll tell you off the air, I mildly told you, somebody did hit me up when they heard you talking about it with JP earlier and said, let me know, what Diz is paying and what he wants to pay, because I might have something that might work for him. So it'd be nice. I'd love to see you guys be able to get into a nice little like bungalow house in a decent little neighborhood, and really live the white picket fence, preferably. With the it doesn't. Well, it could be gray. It could be brown, but some sort of picket fence where you don't have to worry about stuff like that. And there is no foolproof place. There's no place where you're never going to deal with crime this day and age. But I would say the numbers on what you've experienced in a fairly short amount of time, I think, especially with the girls and Nicole and everybody, I could see why you'd be like, okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, the kick in the door, that wasn't really a thing. The lighting of the fire, that was kind of like, oh my God, what is happening? The fighting, again, not a thing to me. You're going to find that in different places wherever you live. Even with the car breaking in, I go, okay, well, we did leave it unlocked. That doesn't make it right, but kids are a-holes.
You're still a victim.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself not be a victim.
Yeah, exactly. But it's piling up, and at this point, I'm like, no, I'm over this. I told Nicole as soon as I came back from the walk, I go, we're not staying here to March.
I'd love to see it. Anything we can do to help. And again, I told you this, and I don't know if he's going to be in on Thursday, and depends on what happens between now and then. I think a conversation with a Mo or a Dom or somebody, and just say, hey, what are my legal rights if this gets ugly and we really do want to try and get out of here, if they try to keep you in there. And hopefully that's not the case. If you find a place and can get out, hopefully they let you.
And Monica made a great point. You kind of just said it as well. You echoed it. She goes, it's probably up on Marketplace. You could probably go look on your Marketplace and probably see it or something like that. So I might, find Nicole's going to look for a better photo of what we had, and I might post it online, and anyone sees it, let me know.
Yeah. Then what do you do, though? What do you do? Do you message
I pull up with Ian Beckles, Titus, and a couple others.
I was going to say, because a message is not going to do it. A message of like, hey, I know that's mine, buddy. You better give it back. They're gone. They're deleting their account. You never find them again. You'd have to go... you'd have to go meet up with the person.
Yeah.
Face to face.
I'll bring Ian and go, yeah, now my dad's here. What are you going to do about it now?
I got my papa.
Got my papa here with me.
800-771-1025. We are live on YouTube. Just so you know, we're cresting towards that 300 number, which I always love to see. Shout out to Ron, James, Jesse, Mark. It was great to see Mark Carr on Friday as well. Margaret, Corey Puckett, Lucy Chapo, and a bunch of other people in there as well. Thank you always for the support. And I have another crime story that's going to lead me down the road of giving away tickets for criminals. But let's take this call real quick and see if they got something for Diz. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Tim.
Tim, what up, dude?
Not much, guys. Dizzy, I don't believe so. I have a theory about this, and I don't believe that someone stole that from your porch. You had said earlier that the management companies keep switching hands, and they gave you a trash can to put your trash in, but they don't want you to leave it outside. What I believe has happened is the management company has come through and removed that furniture from your lanai because you're not allowed to have interior furniture out on the lanai or a porch, i.e. a couch, a sofa, recliner, etc. So I don't believe anybody stole it. I think they just cleaned up the trash.
You
and were
think
like,
they
this
wouldn't?
Got to go.
You think they wouldn't tell somebody? You think they wouldn't give you a courtesy knock and say we're taking this?
Well, they're not
seemingly
even
nice?
telling them about the trash cans, and they gave them the new trash cans. So I don't think they're getting the letters out to people. They're just making sure they clean everything up. And then you just learn a lesson, basically.
Oh, that would be a real turn if that's what it is. And it's kind of like you said, they didn't give me a warning. At least, hey, take this out, or we're going to get rid of it.
I mean, anything's
I look
possible.
by the dumpsters. Look by the dumpsters, John.
Dude, trust me, I know about dumpsters.
Yeah.
I went through a dumpster debacle for many, many years of my life. And that is interesting. I just think there would have to be some sort of common courtesy. And is that guy speaking truth? Did they come and tell you not to have indoor furniture outside?
Yeah, well, what he's explaining is something I mentioned on JP's. We have these little...
I see how it is, how the tides turn.
Yeah, right?
I used to get all the good stuff. Now I can't even get all the details on your crime.
You get sloppy seconds. JP, on JP's show, I mentioned we have these little trash cans that we got fined for keeping them outside, $50. But these are the trash cans they gave us, the old management, to keep our trashing outside. So the new people are saying, well, you got to put it inside until it's trash hours. Then you can put it outside.
Dude.
And we're like, no.
I don't know which I think is better. For the sake of radio and entertainment, I think the apartment complex stealing your furniture would really be the icing on this radio cake, I think.
And trust me, that was kind of, Nicole put that in my ear at one point. She goes, do you think they did it? And I echoed exactly what he said. They would have told us.
A message, a something in the mailbox, something, I think, if they're going to take a big-ass piece of furniture.
Yeah, because she's like, maybe they were mowing and it got in the way, so they threw it. I was like, well, yeah, they would have to tell us. Give us a warning. You just throw out people's property without any warning? That's insane.
That seems crazier than any other option.
Honestly, for the sake of the story, I kind of hope it goes that way.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have a criminal. You'd have to fight them and not anybody else. I do have some prizes that Mike Olivero hooked us up with for the week. We've got passes. I want to go do this. I got to circle it, make my way, find a night to do it. I've wanted to do it forever. I hear it's freaking amazing. A whole other level of being scared. You know, we have the big amusement parks that do their stuff, but if you want to really be scared, I'm hearing this place is the spot to go. We've got passes to Screamageddon, which is out in Dade City. We've got a bunch of passes to the Mike Calta tailgate that's going on this Sunday from 10 to 1. It's on the corner of Himes and Ohio. Tons of free beer will be flowing. The food will be provided by Wild Fork. The brisket shop is cooking it up. It's going to be a hell of a time. I don't know who this is. We also have tickets to see Lorna Shore.
Lorna Shore?
Lorna Shore, October 1st at the Yingling Center in Tampa. Anybody?
A deathcore band.
Oh, a deathcore band. Yeah. Ooh, scary. And then we also have, I think, one pair of tickets, which it'll have to be a hell of a story, to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Ghost of Christmas Eve. And I don't know that we'd be able to find a real deal bank robber, but the closest thing to a bank robber is what I'm looking for the Illicit ticket giveaway, 800-771-1025. And this story is just wild because the guy seemingly is, or at least was, successful, and now he's in the crime business. A world-renowned chef from California has been arrested for allegedly pulling off 3 bank robberies in one day in San Francisco last week. Valentino Luchin, he's 62 years old. He's the former executive chef at a beloved Italian restaurant in San Francisco. Struck 3 different banks across the city on September 10th by passing handwritten notes to the tellers demanding money, according to the San Francisco Police Department. Officers responded to a robbery near Chinatown around noon. Upon arrival, one of the tellers informed that the suspect had handed her a note demanding cash, and out of concern for their own safety, they complied. So I'm balls deep in this Animal Kingdom show now, which is a lot about, like, it's a crime family that does these big jobs, bank robberies and things like that. It's so interesting to think about what works in a bank robbery and what doesn't. Like, the idea of passing a note, I would think is wishful thinking. That somebody's going to hit a button, somebody's going to do something, and you will be caught. But I guess this guy wasn't caught quick enough. After being handed a bag of cash, the suspect fled. Officials did not reveal how much money he managed to get away with. An investigation launched by the city quickly identified this world-renowned chef as a suspected bank robber, and then it turns out they were able to tie him to 2 more Central District bank heist that same day after spotting similarities in the description and the robbery style. Dude, what's the movie with I think it's The Notebook, Sexy Boy. Ryan Gosling.
Place Beyond the Pines.
Yes. The episode of Animal Kingdom did the same thing that he did, which he escaped on a dirt bike, and then he had a big-ass truck up the road waiting for him where he could just zoom in the back, and then the truck takes away. That's a pretty good one.
That is.
We didn't ever get to the story last week, but there was this story going around about this psycho killer guy who was... He was a black dude, right? And he was wearing whiteface.
Oh, yeah.
He had a legitimate white face mask that he was putting on,
like the other Gyllenhaal movie, Drive, where he puts the
mask on. And then we started seeing, and I guess luckily because it would be probably pretty horrific for anybody trying to fight crime. Remember when we started seeing those like vinyl or like nylon pullover masks?
Yeah, you can like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it just makes you look like somebody completely different. Like those things, I think. Modern day could probably, and again, not a pro tip, but help you get away with the crime. This guy also stated that members of the San Francisco Police Department Ambassadors Program contributed to the identification of this guy who was like very, very well known around the community. So it was a bold move for him to be a criminal. But if you are a criminal and you're the closest thing to a bank robber we find, we'll hook you up with one of our awesome ticket selections from Mike Olivero, 800-771-1025. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, I actually don't have a story. I was just going to piggyback off the last guy. I agree with him. I think Diz should check with his HOA or the management and see if they scooped up his chair.
I know. Why? What leads you to believe that?
The same thing happened to me, except it was like a $400 bike. I had the bike sitting outside
They took the bike?
Oh, yeah, without saying a word. So I came home one day, my bike was gone. And I spent about a week thinking, man, the kids around the neighborhood stole my bike. I found it walking to the pool one day. They left the garage kind of storage area open. I'm like, what'd you know? There's my bike. And so, yeah, they just straight up didn't say a word and took the bike.
Man, how and nobody be offended here. How bougie was your apartment complex on a scale from 0 being not bougie at all to 10 being bougie?
I'd probably say like a modest 7, 6.5, 7.
Okay, now I'm not saying that Diz's apartment complex is not bougie, but it's not bougie. No. It is to the point to where you are forcefully removing people's furniture for what? Because of some sort of optics? Like it doesn't look good. It doesn't. It just doesn't seem like without a note or anything that would necessarily be the place that would steal your furniture because they thought it looked bad. Am I wrong on that?
I would agree with you. I'm gonna definitely go talk with them. I would be very surprised if they said that. Having said that, it would be so interesting because then the conversations that are going to come from that they think they could just throw at stuff without telling us is going to be insane. There's going to be a lot of yelling.
Would you still want to leave? Like if it didn't end up being somebody who stole it, but it was just your own, it'd be your own people sometimes. It was your own apartment complex. Would you still want to leave, or would that make you less apt to leave?
No, it still makes me want to leave in a weird way, kind of more, because then it's like, well, now I'm fighting against the residents here that suck, a lot of them, and the ownership sucks. So what am I doing? Yeah, I'm getting DP'd out here.
Oh, you are DP'd. Going back to the Bitch Boy files, you are
DP'd if that's the case.
From the community and the residents. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
I am anonymous.
Okay, anonymous. What's going on today, buddy?
I like those.
All right. So, what are the requirements?
No requirements. You can just share your story, and at this point, there's probably a good chance that I'm going to hook you up with something.
Requirements. How many people do I have to kill, John?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no major requirements. Just tell us what you did.
All right. Am I at risk if I state what I did?
Did you get caught for it?
No.
Well, I mean, I can't give you a promise here. I don't really know. We don't know your name. I don't know where you're from. Okay. I'm not gonna give that name to anybody. At least I don't have any. Yeah, so I don't know. If you're deathly afraid of it.
Hey, check it out. All right. Way back in the day, and my dumb days, I found a way to get a piece of paper from a medical professional.
Okay.
And
I think
use
I'm with
those
you.
pieces of paper to my advantage.
Okay. So then what? You were writing them yourself?
I'm not going to go into any more detail.
Right. I respect it. And you're probably right. I just can't. I can't do full riddles and mysteries.
It doesn't help the stories. I can't tell the juicy part.
Exactly. I appreciate it, and you're probably right. It's in your better judgment to not tell me anything. But let's step aside for a moment. Phone lines have now just filled up. If you are on the line and you have a criminal story for the Illicit ticket giveaway, hang tight. We'll give away some tickets next with your story. I've been remiss in not mentioning up until this point, exciting guest just after 3 o'clock when Drew Garabo joins us. Rome, yes, that Rome, formerly of Sublime with Rome, has got a big show in Janice, at Janice next weekend. He's going to join us on the phone to talk about what he's got going on in that big show next week. So that is coming ahead, and we will find a winner for the Illicit ticket giveaway coming up next on more Senning Show. We've been talking about it. If you have not tried Wild Fork Foods yet, there'll be a great opportunity next Sunday at the Mike Calta tailgate as the brisket shop will be cooking up all Wild Fork goods. Even some folks from Wild Fork will be out there helping with the preparation. I love Wild Fork. I'm constantly stocking up on all my meats, my sides, my seasonings from Wild Fork. I have to say, this isn't for everybody, and my dog is about as spoiled as it gets. I started getting stuff to cook for my dog from Wild Fork. He's getting he's been eating the lamb stew meat for a couple weeks. He got some ground venison. Every once in a while, I'll get him a bison New York strip so you can hook up your furry little buddies as well with some great options. They really do have it all. Over 450 options. You can order it and get it delivered right to your home. You can order it and pick it up in store. But if you're a first timer, I recommend getting in there, putting your hands on the different products and seeing what's going on. Locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Pete on 4th Street North. Always online at wildforkfoods.com. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text free
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors, trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality, factory-direct hurricane impact windows with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now, the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in new windows absolutely free. Just text TRUST to 20129. Are you already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in new windows. Don't wait. Text TRUST to 20129.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit FVGradio.com. If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise. See website for complete details. We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now. 800-417-6411. That's 800-417-6411. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-417-6411. 800-417-6411. And give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways. It is not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in nursing homes. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in the box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $27.35. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information. License number C10252 and C10803.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Senning Show, getting you through your Monday. I mean, the sun is shining, the air is drier, the Bucks are playing football on a Monday night. Yeah. Find those little things to celebrate on a Monday. And we'll do just that. We're in the midst of a conversation that got started because this guy who seemingly didn't need to rob banks started robbing banks out in California. He was a successful, world-renowned chef, and kind of out of nowhere, he decided to hold up 3 banks all in one day. So I'm attempting an illicit ticket giveaway for criminals who have committed similar crimes. We're also still looking for the criminals who may or may not have stole Dizzy's couch off of the back of his porch. Was it the apartment complex? Was it an evildoer? We'll also be opening up the phone lines as a tip line for anybody who has information on that. Phone lines are currently full. Thank you to everybody.
John, what's your favorite bank heist movie? I watched my favorite this past week.
It's got to be The Town.
Oh, that's
It's got to be The Town. I mean, it's the first one that also comes to mind.
Yeah.
I don't. What would yours be?
Inside Man.
I don't know that I've seen it. That is
with Denzel.
Yeah. Well, I get it mixed up because that's one of my favorite porno names too. But no, I've not seen the Denzel one. I saw the James Hardon one, but not the Denzel one. Yeah. It's worth a watch though.
Yeah. Wait, you telling me or you asking me?
Yep, both. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Michael. How's it going, gentlemen?
Michael, what's up, buddy? By the way, just because we are a bit up against it and we got to be on time today because we have Rome joining us at 3 o'clock, the story time here for the illicit ticket giveaway will be played under Gong Show rules. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being here.
Of course. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. So this is far from robbing banks, but I figured I'd mention it. So back in high school, I ended up going to a private school because they got in some trouble. Show up at this private school, and I'm like, in a whole nother world with all these rich kids. And there's just the school has like MacBooks, like Apple MacBooks for everybody to use. And I ended up like pretty much starting underground laptop theft and sales ring, essentially.
Oh, wow. So you were stealing the laptops from the school and then selling them, what, online or person to person? How were you selling them?
Just person to person. I had mentioned it to one friend who was like, dude, if you can get me a MacBook, I'll give you $500.
Oh, Jesus.
And that just kind of spawned a whole thing where I think by the time I got caught, I stole 18 or 20.
Oh, my God. Did they not figure out that this was like a mass problem? How did they not realize that their MacBooks were going missing?
There was just a lot of them, and they did after like maybe the 9th or 10th, and there was like an ongoing investigation.
So
I had an accomplice.
You were stealing. You kept stealing more as they were actively investigating what was going on.
Yeah, man. There was so much demand, and I was like, well. They don't seem to think or know, who it is, seemingly. So
9 or 10 for them to go, we have a serial thief.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So did the people...
I was surprised it took that long, too. I was like, wow, all right, this is number 3, nothing. Number 4, 5, 7. I was like, oh, my God.
Did the people you were selling the MacBooks to, they clearly knew that that they were stolen from the school, or were you making people think that they were stolen from somewhere else?
I mean, if they asked, I told them, but I had my buddy do like factory resets on them. So like, it was like a new laptop. It did come in like I had like these little, like cases that looked kind of like it would be from like a school or something, I guess. But nobody was asking too many questions.
So you never got officially caught?
No, I got arrested. Yeah, I got walked out.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh geez, what was the time like? What was the punishment?
Well, I was a minor and I had never had any theft charges or anything. I'd had like some prior like possession charges. Nice. So I ended up getting a pretrial intervention thing after some time served. They did like 21 days. I was a minor, so I did 21 days in the whatever Jack Center, whatever it's called. Wow. It's like the maximum that you can do as a minor, I guess.
You're a criminal. I'm going to throw you on hold. I don't know if you're going to win, but we'll hold that number 3 spot from a man who was running the laptop ring. It is crazy. And again, sometimes it sounds like I'm encouraging criminalism, and I'm not doing that. But the things that like nobody's keeping tabs on, like those are, if you're going to find a sweet spot. Like to think that you could get up to stealing 10 laptops before it was on anybody's radar. There's so much waste and different things that nobody's paying attention to. If you do find yourself needing to be a criminal, pick one of those things rather than the more important things that are going to get you busted quickly. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Illicit ticket giveaway. Who am I speaking with?
My name's Logan.
Logan, what up, dog?
What's going on, man? I stole a couch off of somebody's back porch in an apartment complex.
Oh, wow. What was it like? It didn't have to be leather, did it?
Possibly. I didn't get a good look at it. It was nighttime.
Oh. How much you get for it, dog?
About $10.
That's a good flip.
$10. That is not worth it at all. I mean, that thing's probably worth at least $20-$30, right?
Right buyer.
How it's also been outside. So like, what's the mildew? What's the wear and tear on it? Was it starting to kind of wither away, or did it still look good?
It was in great condition.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'd say $20 at least.
Yeah, $20.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
10 if I had to come.
Hey, my name's Mike. How you doing, man?
Mike, doing pretty good. What's going on today, buddy?
Well, I didn't steal nothing, but my story's got a police chase. If you're interested.
All right. We're gonna go in under Gong Show rules, so you give it to us, and if we got to cut out, we got to cut out. But lay it on me.
All right. So back in 2021, I got a call about 8:30 or 7:30 in the morning from my wife saying she was going to take her life. So after I found out where she was, she hung up on me. Realized she was about a mile away, so I kind of just took off. In the process of taking off, I passed the cop who made a U-turn and followed me for about a mile until I couldn't run any more red lights, and then ended up pulling over. They arrested me and spent my day in jail.
For your driving, because you were driving so erratically?
Well, I ran 3 red lights, 4 if you include the one I did in front of them. I was doing about 70 miles an hour, so they hit me for fleeing and eluding for not pulling over.
Is your wife okay? Is she still alive?
Yeah, she's alive. She took a bottle of sleeping pills, but she ended up getting her stomach pumped or whatever they do.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I don't know that it fits the parameters of what we're trying to do, but that is a horrific story.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I think it would be fun. I wish you could, test out how you would really do in a police chase. I really wonder. That would be like a fun... This is going to be a crazy leap, but they have the rage rooms where you go and you just beat everything with a hammer and a baseball bat and stuff. It's like that. It's like a fun thing you go and do where you go. It would take a lot of money because you have to pretty much make a fake downtown city area, or maybe you just close off a whole area of town for this big event. And then you get to see how you would hold up in a real life police chase. Because sometimes I think I could get away from the cops.
Do you think there's a way to make it work? Let's say if you're in a big open area, kind of like how the paintball setups, they have the little places you can do, but it's go-karts, and they have to chase you with the cops.
There's something to it. I think we're spitballing here. I think we're always looking for the next big kind of fun event. You go, like we were talking a couple weeks ago, Drew was looking for something to do. We talk about the Dave & Buster's. You talk about the Top Golf. The new thing is go-kart type activity where you're seeing if you can outrun the police.
Yeah, instead of escape rooms, it's like an escape chase.
And then you get the paintball guns, right? You get the paintball guns too, so you can get out of the window and shoot the police and shoot with the paintball gun. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
This is like a video game. This is not real life, not encouraging violence or people running from the cops. That's why you need a place like this.
Yeah.
So you can exercise your demons without having to really run from the cops.
I would let them host my next birthday party.
Let's do it. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this? Hello,
Brett.
727. Brett, what's up, Brett?
Hey, how you doing? Are you talking about robbing people or being robbed? Because I was in the middle of a bank robbery.
Oh, you were in a bank robbery while the bank was getting robbed. That wasn't necessarily what we're looking for, but I'm intrigued. Where was that? Here in Florida?
Yeah, absolutely. It was about I say a year or two ago. I worked for the banks. I was their maintenance guy, and I seen this guy walk in. I'm thinking to myself, man, he's got a hoodie on, gloves, and something just ain't right. And my partner was underneath the desk, and we disalarmed all the panic buttons, so we couldn't even hit that.
Why were they not on? Why was that?
Yeah.
Well, we were moving a desk, and when you move the desk,
I got you.
How convenient at the same time.
Yeah, dude. So what you're saying here is wank, wank, you're the inside man.
Yeah.
Got to move the desk. Am I right?
You were the Fitzwell in this.
Yeah.
I don't go that far, but he walked right behind me, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, something's about to happen. And sure enough, he took a note out of his pocket on a napkin and said, this is a robbery and this and that.
Did he pull out the strap?
No. He just had his hand. He had his hand in his sweatshirt. And what's crazy is on the way out, he goes, "I am so sorry and God bless."
Oh man, you made everybody feel bad about it. I'm sorry. I got to let you go, buddy. We're up against it. Thank you to everybody who called. Mr. Laptop, stolen laptop ring guy. That was pretty much the most impressive crime we heard about. So do not go anywhere. When we come back, dude, this guy made a name for himself with Sublime with Rome. He stepped in with the band and kept the legacy alive for many years. He's now doing his own thing, and he's coming to Janice next weekend. Shout out to Drew Garabo and Billy the Phone Freak who set this up. We're going to be joined by Drew Garabo next, as well as Rome. Yes, that Rome. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone and Senning Show. Summer is here, and if that AC isn't keeping up, Hawkins Service Co. has you covered. This September, get a brand new AC system starting at just $112 a month with 0% financing, or get a $69 AC safety check. I did that. Turns out I needed a little tweaking here and there. The system that was pumping the Freon wasn't working right. I'm cooler than ever. I'm sleeping better, and that's all because of Hawkins. Don't sweat it. Call Hawkins Service Co. today at 813-445-8209. If you're not taking advantage of any of the other deals and it's your first time using Hawkins, let them know you heard about them on Senning Show, and that's 10% off right there. You can also book online, HawkinsServiceCO.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
Baby. You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Not just one team, but a bunch of them, all in one spot. It's NFL football right here on 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
For over 30 years, Fence Outlet has been here to help you create an outdoor oasis where memories are made and dreams come alive. Let Fence Outlet partner with you to turn your backyard into your favorite destination. Go to fenceoutlet.com today to schedule your free professional estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
John Senning and Dizzy of Senning Show, known as the kings of chill around these parts. If you don't know, you're about to know about the Kava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. Pretty much cleaning up with the Bradenton Wilmington's best award, best bar, best date night spot, best live music, best coffee shop, and they got something going on almost every night of the week. Wednesday, tell them about it, Dizzy.
Karaoke, go sing your heart out. My suggestion, Usher, really pops the crowd.
Thursday, baby.
You think you know it all? Prove it. Got trivia night on Thursdays. Prove that you're the smartest in the room.
Friday.
Open mic night, our favorite, whether you want to rap, sing, tell some comedy, or maybe some snap poetry.
And Sunday, fun day.
Are you a Poindexter? This is probably your night because it's chess club. Be 3, 4, 5 moves ahead of your competition.
Check them out online at thekavasocialclub.com and on all your social medias at Kava Social Club. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation. I won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
At Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, we believe in every child's dream. From mastering the perfect swing to just being a kid, we're working toward their dreams together every step of the way. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're fixing the unfixable. Combining the use of robotics and an endoscope, our expert neurosurgeons are performing spinal fusion surgeries more safely and effectively than ever before, with smaller incisions which lead to quicker recovery times for patients. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Looking for a new adventure? Then head to your local McDonald's for the new Epic Universe Mix, a mix of frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and frozen Sprite Lemonade. Purchase a large Epic Universe Mix and you could win tickets to the new Universal Epic Universe theme park at Universal Orlando Resort. Drink in the wonders of an awesome new chill for a limited time at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's, no purchase necessary. Visit promotion.coke.com/Epic Universe giveaway for official rules. Fanta and Sprite Lemonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Take advantage of Labor Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 600 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. The 36 month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Let's talk dirty for a second. Dirt in your carpet, pet accidents, coffee spills, cracker crumbs. And most cleaners, they just dump soap and water, leaving soggy, sticky carpet that attracts even more dirt. Zero Res is different. Their patented no residue process pulls it all out. No soap, no chemicals, just clean. And right now, your service is half off. Just use promo code BONE when booking. Not available with other offers. Half off for Bone Fam only. ZeroResTampaBay.com. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show, getting you through your Monday. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. And every afternoon when we fire up these here joints, we are joined by the one and only, wearing that sexy shake and bake Buck shirt today, the host of Drew Garabo Live, Drew R. Garabo.
What's up, boys?
And we got a real fun way to kick off the joints today. This man, a big part of keeping the legacy of Sublime alive for damn near a decade plus. And now he's doing his own thing, and he's doing it with a lot of style. You might have caught his new Sugar Shack session where they recorded it live out at Reggae Rise Up. This song right here, it's been deemed in this room at least the song of the summer. And he's going to be doing a bunch of dates in Florida, specifically right here in our own backyard. Next Sunday, September 21st at Janice, he is Rome Ramirez. What's up, Rome? How you doing, buddy?
Bro, was that the intro of the century right there? Thank you so much.
Man, that means a lot because my counterpart and my friend over there, who I've been doing radio with for about 7 years, is the king of intros. So anytime I can get a shout out, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for making time for us today.
No way. Thanks for having us, man. It's an absolute honor to have Slow and Easy just gracing in the intro like that. It's awesome. Can't wait.
Dude, that vibe is very special. I wanted to ask you first because I don't know when it came out, maybe a few weeks ago, that Sugar Shack session that you did at Reggae Rise Up, which was your first time doing anything with them. That had to be a weird day because the weather was horrific, and I think you were one of the ones who really got screwed by the weather and I think we talked to you. We talked to Rome right before that performance. Everybody was looking forward to it, and it kind of ended up all on the Sugar Shack stage. What was that day like? A little stressful and probably pretty cool too.
You know what? I mean, it's very rock and roll. You know, that's kind of why I got into this whole industry as a kid. No 2 days are the same, but you know, it ended up working out for the best because one, I've been a huge fan of Sugar Shack. Man, say that 3 times fast. Sugar Shack sessions for so many years, and for whatever reasons, we've never been able to link up. So it really kind of it made it like, you know, the pinnacle of the night because of the fact that our performance was, you know, snubbed from the thunderstorm. So it was cool. It kind of made it like that much more special. So anybody who was there, that was the only really recorded performance. And I did get to kind of take my acoustic out and like play for the line as it was coming up. And we got a little creative like with it. But overall, man, it was a net positive. And we're just grateful to be out there. And Florida's always shown so much support to the sound and to the vibe. So we were very grateful to be out there go and jam.
Romy, you're a guy who really rolls with the punches through your entire career. You're a guy who always takes the high road, and you do it for the love of the music. And I think that Sugar Shack session was a perfect example of that. We can't control what events happen to us, but we can control how we react to them. And you seem like a dude who is able to absorb any negativity, any stress, any anxiety that might be going around and just exude positivity and love from the stage. How do you manage to do that?
Well, thanks, man. Honestly, dude, I'm just like, I'm just really grateful. Like, I just think back to, like, you know, darker days or people who have it a lot worse than me. And, you know, I'm just grateful that I'm able to do music and I have my family and my friends and my health, and everything else is just kind of icing on the cake, you know?
Love it.
We're talking to Rome Ramirez. He's got a bunch of shows coming up all across Florida. Wednesday the 17th, they'll be in Destin. The 18th, Jacksonville. 19th, down in Stuart, Florida. The 20th at Cocoa at the Riverfront Park. But the 21st, right here in our own backyard at Janice Live in St. Pete. A hell of a venue. Rome, you got to be feeling pretty damn good. I don't know what we would have seen if we looked deep into your soul, but probably a little bit of, I don't know if you would call it stress, but to walk away, you know, from the Sublime with Rome era, to know that you're doing your own thing, to really be able to put your own touch on your music and maybe a way you've wanted to do it forever, and have it be so well received. Currently, number 17 on the alternative radio charts with that Slow and Easy. How's it been feeling to see the response to these new solo jams that you're putting out?
Man, it means the world to me. You know, like I've gotten to experience a little some of this momentum with Sublime with Rome in the past, and for other songs that I've written for artists. But this one's so different. You know, I had my baby girl at the very end of the song. She's the last one who says slow and easy at the very end. And it's just little things like that kind of make all this so special for me, because I'm recording the music with my friends. I'm like putting it with I'm like shooting videos with my family. And I don't know, for me, it's like it's a little bit of validation in the sense of like just stick to what you like love and stick to what you believe in, and don't worry about all that stuff like you can't control, and just make good stuff and put it out, you know?
Is it kind of, and I'm not looking for a soundbite here, but is it almost kind of a relief? Like when you have that Sublime umbrella hanging over your head and you've got, you know, the guys that you were working with, there's probably a certain expectation and a certain communal vibe that goes into doing whatever you're going to do. And now knowing that at the end of the day, it's you and you alone as far as your name is concerned, does it almost feel freeing to just be able to do whatever the hell you want and the way you want to do it?
Brother, the word freedom is right on the money. I mean, you know, with all due respect, previously I was associated with such a rich and beautiful legacy with Sublime that there was a certain amount of care and integrity that, you know, I always tried to possess with that project. But with this, you know, it's whatever I can imagine, whatever I can dream up. Me and my team, like, we just kind of shoot for the stars and see what happens. And, you know, like you said earlier, like stress and like uncertainty, absolutely all day. But, you know, when you're doing something that you like really believe in and something that it's like inside of your heart, you don't really think about that. You just, you know, think about all the people who are really being affected by it in a positive way. And I'm just like, heck yeah, I must be on the right path. So I'm grateful for everyone who listens. Absolutely.
We're speaking with Rome Ramirez, who will be playing Janice Live this Sunday night, and you're 4 days away from releasing the Gemini EP to the world. What's that feeling like of knowing you wrote all these songs late in hotel rooms, you know, after gigs, before gigs, etc.? You've been sitting on them for a while, and now they're about to be birthed out of the canal for the world to experience. It's got to be super exciting, but at the same time, maybe a little anxiety too, right, Rome?
Oh, dude, you already know. It's so crazy. But you know what I was thinking about the other day is, like, I'm really fortunate for this because it's kind of reverted. In my case, it's kind of reverted like back to the old school way where like I've been writing these songs and testing them out and performing them live, because I've been playing festivals before, like prior to this headlining tour that I'm about to embark on Wednesday. And I'm able to really kind of test these songs out and really get the feel for them, versus I feel like a lot of music today is like made in the studio and the content's made and then you go and perform them. But I'm just really grateful to kind of be able to write this story in this chapter alongside the fans as I'm like, you know, playing them live and then after that going straight to the studio and recording them, or not in some cases. But I'm really pumped to get these songs out because I've been, you know, jamming them live for the last year, and people have just been like, man, when can I put my ears on this? So it's finally coming on Friday, and I'm so stoked on that.
Hell yeah.
Rome, if you had to kind of give somebody the lowdown, if they hadn't heard it yet, how are you describing this new era of Rome? Because, I mean, with what you're doing, clearly soul, major soul influences. I've heard you talk about the Teskey brothers in the past, who are just some of the best out there. And then, you know, at the Sugar Shack, and I'm not sure if you're doing it at all your shows, you got a steel guitar, obviously, with some heavy country influence. Like, what's the vibe in this genre-busting world that we live in that you're ultimately going for with the new project?
Oh, you know, like the one way that I've always kind of like described it, like when my mom asked, she's like, how do I tell people what you sound like? I just kind of like, I say it sounds like Jack Johnson and Otis Redding made a record in Nashville. And that's, I like it. I mean, that's like pretty much how I grew up on. Like, this music that I've had in my head that I'm finally getting to put into the world is really in the culmination of what I grew up on, which was Motown, reggae, and classic rock and blues. So it's funny, as like you get older in life, you kind of circle back to what was jamming around in the house. And that's exactly what I like, you know, really try and set my eyes on. Like when I was making this record, it was with full intention that I wanted to make music that reminded me of a much more simpler time, but still had a message of just gratitude and positivity, you know?
Gratitude and positivity, as well as authenticity, seem to be what you're all about. I remember us sitting there watching you on the Sugar Shack pop-up stage at Reggae Rise Up, and you just exude this humility and gratitude to be able to do what you do, almost as if there was some sort of divine inspiration that selected you to be a messenger for the music. Do you feel like that sometimes, Rome?
Dude, absolutely. I mean, you know, not to beat a dead horse or nothing, but I got to join my favorite band when I was a kid. Like, Sublime was my favorite band. So joining that band and touring around the world and getting to, like, meet my family. And, I mean, it's just, I'll never take that for granted. It showed me that anything is possible, that magic is real. And, yeah, I'm only here today because I just don't forget that, you know, life could be way, way worse, and I actually get to live my dream every single day, you know? So I'll never forget that. And whether it's in front of 100 people or 100,000, like, I'm just grateful to play music, man.
Hell yeah.
We're talking to Rome Ramirez. He's going to be at Janice this Sunday, the 21st. Hit him up on IG at Rome Ramirez. I was trying to think back, maybe the first time that I ever heard you, Rome, and I think it's safe to say that you go back to Lay Me Down with Dirty Heads well over a decade ago. I think that song kind of put all of you simultaneously on the map at the same moment. Can you chat for just a second about that relationship with the Dirty Heads? They're obviously on the new single Slow and Easy. I saw a couple teasers that you're in the studio working on the new album with them. Can you talk a little bit about how connected you are with those guys, and also give maybe tell us when the date is on that new album?
Well, Jared and Dunny will kill me if I do it later. But I'll tell you, man, like, it's a real family thing, you know? We both, you know, they had been a band for a handful of years prior to meeting up with me, but, you know, we both kind of found our success at the very same time with Lay Me Down. And when you go through that sort of experience where you and your buddy's dreams come true at the same time, like, you just don't ever forget that, and you're with those people for the rest of your life. And I've always told them, you know, I'm always in their corner. Whenever you need me, just tap in, and I'm always here to write songs with you. And they've always been the same, you know. Like, whenever I'm in a pinch, I'm like, man, I need to start having fun with music. I just reach out to my boys. So that's exactly what happened with Slow and Easy. I went into the studio with a pretty, you know, iron sight vision where I was like, I want a summer song that feels like a Van Morrison record, but has like a Uncle Kracker kind of follow me vibe.
You're talking to my soul, dude. If you only knew, you couldn't even begin to fathom my long-term love affair with Uncle Kracker. The fact that you said that is just something else.
I was at a party with him a couple of weeks ago, and I got to tell him that. I was like, bro, I went into the studio. I have a song at radio right now, and I went into the studio, and I was just so inspired by your song.
Oh, dude.
You know, had a drink to that, but dude, but anyway, yeah, man. So I walked out of the studio that day, and I was like, you know what, this record just needs a little juxtaposition, and it needs just a little something to spice it up. And I was like, I got to reach out to my boys, so I just sent them in a group text the track, and they loved it and sent me their verses, and yeah, the rest was history.
What Rome didn't tell you is that Uncle Cracker was serving hors d'oeuvres at that party that he was at. May I get you a pig and a blanket, Mr. Ramirez? No.
Dude, I'm constantly defending the good name of Uncle Cracker around here, dude. It's good to know I have somebody on my side.
Hey, Rome.
Don't get it twisted. Uncle Cracker's balling, man.
I know.
Thank you.
We've seen the beef that right now is existing between Zac Bryan and Gavin Adcock, and it's certainly getting him a lot of publicity. I know that you're a congenial guy who gets along with everybody. Can we manufacture some beef between you and anyone else in the music realm so we can push this on TMZ?
I'll tell you what, dude. I had a thought the other day, and I say we bring back Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah. And I think we just do those clay animation MTV fights, and the celebs donate all that money to charity, and everyone uses that press for their record releases, and no more negativity.
There is something. There's something to it, because there is, as much as we can say that, there is seemingly more beef looming underneath the surface than ever before, which makes me feel like the return of Celebrity Deathmatch is more needed than ever. But yeah, you tie in a charity element to it, some variation of that. That's the thing, dude. If there ever has been, I think it's kept well under wraps, because I don't know that there's ever been a big time beef in the rock reggae scene that I necessarily recall. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a beef. What has happened with the Sublime and the changeover, maybe some comments that hit people a certain way over the years. But like Drew alluded to earlier, you always take everything in stride and say the right thing. So you're not really a beef builder, which is a good thing.
Life is long, and it's life's too short to get caught up in petty drama and stuff like that. So I focus on the music and focus on the people who love the music, and everything works out great for everyone in that way, I think.
Rome Ramirez will be at Janice Live in St. Pete this Sunday night, and I got to give you props, my brother, because you chose the perfect time to come through Florida. You didn't do it in the dead heat of summer like so many artists do. That is a seasoned touring professional who has been to Florida on numerous occasions to come in September as opposed to July or August, homie.
Oh, man, I've been to Florida once or twice, so I've learned something about it.
It's so hot.
Make your plans. He's doing the whole Florida tour starting on Wednesday of this week. Destin, Jacksonville on Thursday, Stewart on Friday, Cocoa on Saturday, and then right here in St. Pete on Sunday night. Hit him up on Instagram. Follow him at Rome Ramirez, and keep an eye for that EP, Gemini EP that drops next Friday, the 19th. We appreciate you making time, man, and look forward to seeing you on Sunday night at Janice.
Much love, brother.
Absolutely, you guys. Thank you for the time. Much love.
You bet. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
What a guy. Sweet guy.
Dude, Rome versus Jacob Noel, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Dude, I'm still stuck on the fact that out of all of the millions of artists in the world that he could have referenced, he somehow said that the new single, which I love so much, is influenced by Uncle Cracker. That is not lost on me.
Talk about meant to be. And thank you to Bill Owens for helping set that up. Billy, we love you, buddy. And what a great way to spend a Monday at 3, right?
Dude, they are doing, not to go full Uncle Cracker, but I just saw it was announced. Did you see they're doing some big river walk Christmas festival in Tampa like the week before Christmas? And it's, I believe it's being headlined by Uncle Cracker. Down on the water in Tampa.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple other like middle of the road country artists, but Uncle Cracker on it as well.
You getting your bourbon on tonight, huh?
I am.
That's exciting.
I'm very excited. It's going to be really cool. I've been slowly weaseling my way in for probably the last 4 or 5 years, and I'm really excited that between Rich and Mike and Trey, they're letting me into the crew tonight to taste some bourbon and ultimately pick a barrel that will be sold for charity to the Mike Allstott Family Foundation.
Pardon my ignorance, but after 2 different tastings of bourbon, can you taste the differences between I have no idea. I'm not a bourbon drinker.
I would think so, and I think that they kind of provide you with some groundwork as far as tasting notes and things like that. Like, so the bottle that they did last time for the Mike Allstott Family Foundation from Penelope, who this bottle is through, it was truly, I actually cracked it this year at the Mike Allstott weekend, and I think I gave you and I took one of the first sips. One of the smoothest, sweetest, most just sippable bottles I've ever had in my life. So if there are standouts like that, I think you'll be able to taste the difference. Some just hit you with, different mouth feels. And again, once you get past 3 or 4, what's what? What are you feeling? What are you tasting?
Right.
I'm not sure. But I imagine, there will be true professionals there to ultimately deem what is the best barrel to be picked.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I've never done anything like that. The only thing close was at Jameson's distillery where they let us try the angel's breath that
Oh, yeah. That's like that's the good stuff. That's the nectar of the gods, as they say.
They do say that.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's just going to be, Monday night, not necessarily the night you might pick to be drinking potentially massive amounts of bourbon, but it's going to be okay. I'll take my liquid IVs and my vitamins and say my prayers and hope that things don't hurt too much in the morning.
Plus a big Bucks performance on a Monday Night Football against the Texans.
That would be nice. Dude, you mentioned, and I had it written down to hit at some point during the show, and I didn't hit it yet, but the Zac Bryan, Gavin Adcock beef/physical fight that almost happened is one of the, considering how big country music is and considering how big Zac Bryan is, he might be positioning himself as if there's a cross section of being truly unhinged while simultaneously being one of the biggest stars of the moment, he might be at the peak of that cross section when it comes to the things that he's willing to do while overlooking everything could go away with the wrong decision. Like, if I don't know how that turns out, and if you don't know what we're talking about, Zac Bryan, huge country star, Gavin Adcock, up-and-coming country star, had thrown shots at Zac Bryan after he left those comments on a kid's page and didn't sign autographs for him after the show. So Zac Bryan saw him at a festival in Oklahoma, and they were separated by a fence, a barbed wire fence, and they're jawing at each other for a period of time. Zac Bryan scales the barbed wire fence to get in the face of Gavin Adcock. And, what do you do? I'm Team ZB for life, but at the same time, Gavin Adcock was moments away from headlining a festival. I don't think there was a scenario where entering into a fist fight in that moment was a good idea for him.
It might have gone a little bit differently had Gavin Adcock just finished his set. But, I mean, Zach as a performer should know that pre-show moment is sanctity. You shouldn't. But, I mean, golly, that was some look.
Well, and the thing is so Gavin Adcock has done a whole statement afterwards. And I wondered this, too, because Zac Bryan had got up on stage earlier in the day at this festival. Like, he was backstage. He was a part of the festival. He was welcomed there. It was in his hometown. And Gavin Adcock said, I was backstage all day long. Like, you knew where my bus was. You knew where I was. I wasn't hard to find. Like, you could have come to me. You could have
pulled up.
You could have come to me earlier in the day knowing who I was. But, he was leaving. Like, they were leaving like a private parking area, and the gate had already been shut, and they were leaving when he spotted him and then chose to start that fight. And just scaling the barbed wire fence is a hyper aggressive move.
Did he get to the other side of the fence?
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, he gets to the other side, and I mean, Gavin Adcock absolutely backed off. He backed off. There was security there, kind of pushing him away, but. And people are framing it as he bitched out. I think you have to be a little smarter about your career. And if they get in a knockdown drag out, do the cops get called? Does he get taken away? Does he get punched in the face and then you got to go on stage bleeding? Like, it was probably the smart move to not fight Zac Bryan.
Do you think it was the ultimate hold me back move? Like, he knew he would get over there and they were going to separate him, not let him get there.
No.
But he wanted to intimidate him and go, look, I'm going to pull up on you.
I think he would have killed him.
You think so?
Who would have killed who?
Zac Bryan would have killed him.
Yeah, and I don't know. A lot of people, Gavin Adcock, former college football player, people tout his physicality. He's a big boy. I saw they did like a UFC tail of the tape today.
Oh, really?
He's a little bit bigger, carries a little more weight.
Okay.
I mean, Zac Bryan is former military and clearly just a psychopath.
Yeah.
Pulling up on this guy?
Yeah.
No, not me.
That's the guy.
He like Gavin might win that.
He also looks like my buddy Jake. He looks so much like
take it back then.
It's just it's a funny thing, but also like I just hope this guy doesn't get arrested or physically hurt before I go see him. Literally, this guy is 12 days away from performing what is to be the largest ticketed concert in the history of the United States of America, and he's hopping barbed wire fences and trying to fist fight people. Like the disconnect between his level of fame and his actions it's very vast.
Country's turning into rap beef now, man.
It really
awesome.
is.
We got the new Tupac and Biggie. By the way, climbing a barbed wire fence like that is nothing to be trifled with. Imagine one of those things opens up his femoral artery and then he doesn't get to perform in front of you and 100,000 other Michiganders.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is that Gavin Adcock saying, "Oh, he was wasted. He was completely wasted," and all people are saying nobody's ever heave themselves over a barbed wire fence so gracefully, being absolutely wasted.
Not a
So
scratch.
how drunk he was, I guess, is yet to be seen. But it's still it's a fun thing to it's a fun thing to. And you want to know what I wonder?
Tell me.
Someone like John Mayer. So this whole concert in Michigan has been built around Zac Bryan's headlining, but I would say it's a co-headlining with John Mayer. Peaceful dude, sure, drama-free dude in this era of his life. I look at something like that and I go, is John Mayer somewhere going, what am I doing? Why am I having my name directly tied to this guy for this big event? Why did I do that?
Maybe he's one of those dudes who wishes he had that dog in him, if you will, and he's like, man, this is great entertainment.
There is a little bit of that too. It's just I think that's part of it. The guy also, he's not out there writing fight anthems. This is a guy who's writing, for the most part, depressing, nostalgic folk music. So it doesn't really go with the whole vibe that I think he's trying to put out there. But needless to say, it was fairly entertaining.
He would have had to fight everyone on Gavin Adcock's security team if that really got physical, He's alone on that side of the fence.
He really was. And you can see his girlfriend and his buddies are like, what are you doing, man? But like you said, he's got a little bit of that dog in him. Let's do this. We had Rome. It was beautiful. Let's reset. We'll come back with some legitimate joints, if you will. I got a lot to get to, including a new appeal that has led to potential changes in the gun law here in the state of Florida, which I just have some questions to ask on the importance of that element, and a long tease paid off. Last week, I told you about a guy who got his revenge on a cheating ex in what could be the pettiest way possible. Well, I didn't forget about it, and I'll have the audio for you next with more Senning Show and John's Joints. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. Your next chance at $1,000 comes up at 5 o'clock with Drew Garabo.
2, 3, 4.
If you're thinking about windows, you need to think Reese Windows. The best hurricane impact windows you're going to be able to find, all made in America and all with that double lifetime warranty. Right now, selling your home can be stressful and people are looking for ways to throw in a little added value. Well, with that double lifetime warranty, it will transfer, meaning the new owner gets to take advantage of it just the way that you did. And if you want to register for $25,000 in new windows, all you got to do is text TRUST to 20129. That is TRUST to 20129. Reese has had you covered for over 50 years. Make that decision today and go with Reese Windows and Doors.
If you're in it for the long run, 'cause I got the passion that I won't give it away.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone is coming to see you.
I just know that we're going to do awesome things.
Join us for a pre-game tailgate at Hooters in Brandon for a Friday liquid lunch. Join Mike Calta and kick off the weekend with The Bone. The first 102 people there will get a free 50 Seasons custom hat. And Mike Calta is buying your first Bud Light draft. So get there early. We'll also have tickets to Sunday's tailgate party. Your chance to win a Yeti cooler. And Dizzy and Monica broadcasting live with the JP Show. What more do you need? Ditch work and join us for The Bones Liquid Lunch at Hooters in Brandon, Friday, September 19th at 11:30 a.m. For more info, go to theboneonline.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Eastern Hillsborough, a semi-truck lost its load along eastbound I-4 County Line Road. The interstate has been shut down while cleanup work continues. Traffic is backed up to Thanota-Sassa Road. In Temple Terrace, the left shoulder is still blocked from an earlier accident along southbound I-75 at Fowler. In Pinellas, we have an accident along Rosary Road at 5th Street. We're still in pretty good shape along the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
2 family members were violently rear-ended, but insurance denied liability. Farah and Farah used crash data to prove fault and secured $3 million. Farrah and Farrah's ready to cook. Tampa.
Getting a new fence doesn't need to be a hassle. The pros at Fence Outlet will help you with everything from start to finish, including measurements, ordering materials, dealing with local ordinances, and complete installation. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Mobile service is here at Jerry Owned Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We come to you at your home or office. That means you can save even more time and money with your next service experience with no more wait times. We'll come at your convenience to your home or office. Then we'll perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. See just how easy and convenient it can be for yourself. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Owned today, online at jerryowned.com. Tampa is Owned Country.
See dealer for complete details.
Most people that come in have tried many different things to get themselves out of pain, and nothing has worked for them. And eventually they make their way to us, and that's when good things happen.
You're listening to Alex, an arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
A woman came in complaining of extreme pain, and she was concerned that she wasn't able to play with her grandchildren. I fitted her for the arch supports. I put them in her shoes, and she took a couple steps and she started crying because she knew then that she would be able to begin doing the things that she wanted to do with them.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store and our arch support specialists have been helping folks live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
I called her a week later. She thanked me profusely. She was able to do those things that she wasn't able to do before, and she had a new lease on life. Those kind of Good Feet stories happen all the time. It's fantastic.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Unity by Hard Rock is a global loyalty program unlike any other. Right now, sign up for a Unity card at Hard Rock in their Players Club and receive 50% off for Fresh Harvest Buffet and free limited edition Hard Rock t-shirt. Then boom, stick your card into your favorite slot machine and begin winning. And you can receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit in 2 equal free play offers. That's up to $200 in free play total. It's all going down to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Get to the Hooters in Brandon Friday, September 19th for a 102.5 Liquid Lunch with Mike Calta starting at 11 a.m. Win custom Hooters and Bucks 50th season hats. Bud Light drafts in a Yeti cooler. Win passes to the Mike Calta tailgate that Sunday. And we're giving away tickets to the home opener. Details at theboneonline.com.
We put in time, energy, and resources because your case is worth it. Farrah and Farrah, Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul DeLegato. Pretty quiet weather next couple of days. Partly cloudy skies and pleasant tonight. We'll see lows mid-70s. Mixed sun and clouds coming up on Tuesday. Small chance of a shower, moderate humidity, and a high temperature near 90.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
So nice to meet you. Smell it on the pillow when she leaves, yeah. And when I think about it, get that feeling. Get it in the morning when I'm ready. Smell like gardenia.
Welcome back to Senning Show. You're in the midst of John's joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. That is Drew Garabo. Drew Garabo live coming up in less than 30 minutes.
Sweet Pennsylvania.
Dude, I'm not sure if you heard me talking about it at the beginning of the show, but we went to the beach on Saturday night. We went out to dinner. It was my father-in-law's birthday. Shout out, happy birthday, Mike. And we ended up at the beach thinking there was no chance there would be surf or waves or anything. I do not know what was going on, but some of the best waves I've seen on the west coast of Florida in many, many years. And dude, I was just obsessed with that. I didn't have a board or anything, but just out there with my body, just letting these waves toss me around. And it was so damn fun. Like when you get in the waves, and even as a small waves, not ever been on a big wave in my life really, but you do understand how people become so addicted to surfing and that type of lifestyle. There's something about, even on a small level, when you feel the power of the water, like it kind of just like draws you to it. And I was, my belly was all scratched up. My pockets were full of shells.
Yeah.
My butt cheeks were on display for everybody at the Nokomis Beach. And it was as much fun as I've had at the beach in a minute because of those damn waves.
Rally around the family with a pocket full of shells.
Yeah.
I heard you guys talking about being naked way too late in life, and I was as well a streaker way, way beyond the age where I should have been streaking.
Well, because I know that Diz said he would wave his wiener around like a helicopter when he was 12
Petey
or
Pablo.
13 years old. Like, when do you think your wiener stopped coming out as a teenager?
What time is it? Oh, as a teenager. Yeah, no, it never did. I would when inebriated, it was just nothing to do. What we used,
so you were like party.
yeah. Not like, hey, do something with this. But we would tuck it between our legs and we'd do the, like, I have a mangina.
That's always fun.
That's
we need
blast.
to bring that back. Why didn't anybody
What?
bring that back? Dude, this is
Used to do that too?
At some point, yeah. Sure. Yeah, just for fun.
Not with each other.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. Would you F me? I'd F me.
Dude, this is the most disturbing question I'm going to ask everybody in the room.
Ooh, sexy.
But it's also just for a grown person to ask, making sure it's not more problematic than I think it is in my head. When you think about the last time that your mom saw your wiener.
Like today?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's always a last time your mom saw your wiener. You probably don't realize it. It could have been when you were 13 years old and you took your swimming suit off at the pool.
Okay,
it could have been
yeah.
one of those moments where moms see their kids naked, but you don't ever appreciate the fact that one day will be the last time you see your kid naked.
That's true.
I mean, do you think it's big? Like, we got to go back to the 80s, to the 70s?
80s. My great-grandpa in Tamarack, Florida, used to have grass that I was allergic to, and my sister and I would play in it, and I would get hives. And I'm pretty sure when I was around 12 in 1981, she may have inspected for hives and asked to see.
Rightfully so, as a mother.
Yeah.
I don't have a vivid memory of the last time. I mean, I guess it's possible that sometime when I was a little bit older, I was like running through the hallway, as a borderline adult. But do you feel like, Diz, the last time that your mom would have laid eyes on it would have been back at one of those pool parties when you were waving it around like a helicopter?
No, I think it was for everyone, my parents, my grandparents. It was probably in my 20s. I just went downstairs once.
Hell yeah.
That's a
Attaboy.
joke. I can't remember what it's for. And then my mom was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, we've all seen it.
What were you
Bust
doing?
up shop.
Yeah.
What were you doing with it?
I can't remember. It was something we were talking about, like not my, and I was like, I should come down naked when I come back downstairs. And I did, and everyone, it really popped the crowd, I'll tell you that.
Rightfully so.
It was around Christmas or something.
By the way, this is a perfect tie into this conversation because we clearly need it. Where is your Jesus? Do you have your little Jesus?
I think one of my Jesus is in my pants pocket that I wore over the weekend, but it's quite possible that I left it here.
So something is going on in the building. Somebody is dispersing little Jesuses. So when I came to go into the studio today, I came through the far entrance down there, and you know the little spot where you have to scan your card to get in?
Yep.
Sitting right on top of that was little Jesus.
Oh, that's not my Jesus.
I know. So I tell Diz, I go, dude, I found little Jesus. He runs out of the room and comes back and goes,
I found a little Jesus too. It was on the coffee maker. And I'm not sure if it was there the whole time. I just didn't notice. And since John said something, it like, oh my God, there's a Jesus there now.
Sometimes you find Jesus, sometimes Jesus finds you.
Yeah, so clearly somebody is dispersing little Jesuses all over the office.
Does it say Jesus loves you on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that might be the Jesus that I lost. Does your Jesus say Jesus loves you?
No, it says Jumbo.
Well, see, I would think so if it wasn't for that one found, because that makes me feel like somebody is leaving little Jesuses all over. Because you got yours, you didn't get yours from anybody in the building, right?
No, I got one of them from Danielle's kid, who knew that I had a Jesus already and wanted me to have some more Jesus.
I wonder if that's. I mean, we're pretty accepting here. We can do anything around here. But I do wonder if somebody is actively trying to indoctrinate us all into Jesus by leaving little Jesuses around.
Do you think we could find a third?
A third Jesus?
I bet you for a fact there's one sitting around here.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, I bet you maybe in the performance theater. I'm trying to think of the common areas where somebody would put a Jesus, but
maybe in Moe's Dreads.
Maybe somewhere up in there as well. So I don't know if these are your Jesuses, but it does sound like somebody else is bringing little Jesuses into the fray.
The more Jesus, the merrier. I'm going to ask you a very personal question that I've never asked you before, John.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you ever send Danielle nudes?
No.
Okay, so there's no risk that you would have accidentally sent one to your mom?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I think maybe. No, you want to know what? I have to say, as insane as it might sound, I don't know that if in damn near 20 years, I don't think I've ever sent a nude to Danielle.
That's unfortunate.
Like, I think there maybe was a time where there was like a video chat situation when we were separated from each other in some moment, but I've never done that.
Okay.
Why did you actually send it to your mom?
No, but I think about that because since I've been losing weight and getting in shape, I've been sending them to Sarah to show the progress. And
that's funny to make it seem like you hadn't been sending them the whole time.
I was disgusted with my body. There's no way I'm going to send it when I'm friggin' 20 pounds heavier than this. Like, gross. Nobody wants to see that. But every time I send one, I double and triple check. I'm like, please make sure this goes to Sugar Plum McBoobs and not my mom.
Well, Diz has the most in the building story, which if you believe it was an accident. It was an accident. That he accidentally fired one off to Joj.
Oh, accidentally, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what a mistake.
Then she grabbed my... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the cucumber.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nor do I.
Yeah.
Into the
Wait, hold on. You guys never sent an accidental D-pic? Never?
Like an accidental to a person that wasn't looking for it, or the whole person being an accident? I mean, the answer is no to me.
Either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the only pervert. Okay.
No, I don't want to throw Drew under the bus, but
I used to be very indiscretionary.
It does seem like there was a period of time where it might have not taken much for a lady to get a picture of Drew's D.
You were firing them off too?
In the Snapchat days and my single days, I was not as discretionary as I should have been, and I did send it to a few people who did put them out publicly.
It was funny, not funny, because there was a Radio Brian. Shout out to Brian if he's anywhere out there.
Love you, Brian.
He was when I first started here. He was like the guy in promotions. He was connected to everybody.
Come on, Brian.
No,
he's gay.
No, he's blind. No,
he's blind and gay.
And both of the things are true. Honestly enough. Now, this is long before that, and I barely knew Drew. Like barely knew Drew. Like from working events and stuff with him. And he told me, he's like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. Like, I was at a party over the weekend, and there was some girl, and she had a picture of Drew's wiener, and she was showing it to everybody. She was showing it to everybody at the party.
She won't be showing it to anybody anytime soon.
Yeah, the girl died, and she not very close connected to that, but it is by coincidence she did die sometime after that.
Yeah, well, shouldn't have sent it around.
Oh no, too bad.
I was going to say I don't know if they investigated Drew at all in the.
She fell out of a Jeep.
I get it though. That was a dark time for me when I was single because I was drinking a lot, and there would be times when I would wake up and I would see the purple little image that you sent to someone on Snap, and I go, oh my God, I hope I was just talking to them.
Wait, because what purple can mean that
purple
they took a picture?
Purple is a video that you send. if it was red, it was a photo you sent. So if it was a video, I go, I hope I didn't send anything I regret. I hope it wasn't a video of me, exercising, if you will.
In those days, and I don't know what Snapchat. I'm out of the loop. So if let's say that girl or whoever, you fire off a D pic in Snapchat, and they screenshot it immediately, you get a message that says, "So what's the protocol?"
You kill them.
No, but I mean, like. That would be, I would imagine, frowned upon. But I also feel like from a lady's perspective, to both of you back in those days, it would have been a very easy workaround. She'd have been like, I want to have it all the time so I can look at it whenever I want, daddy. And both of you would be like, hell yeah.
It's a love-hate because you're kind of like,
exactly.
She must love this thing. But it's also like, she trying to just go show people.
Yeah, you're going to show it to Radio Brian at a party.
Exactly.
Idiot. God, I'm so stupid. Thank God I don't have Snapchat anymore.
Yeah,
it's I got caught recording something that a girl sent me. She was not happy.
Oh, she sent you a video, then you screen recorded it?
I screenshotted it. There was this old app called Screen Munch. And apparently, if you went on Snapchat back in the day, which it did, it would go, it would munch it, and it wouldn't give a notification. It would munch it. And then Screen Munch. And then one day it munched, and it sent a notification.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, my God.
You got munched.
Damn, what a
munch.
Man. Damn, that's
yeah. We don't talk anymore.
Oh man, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah,
I mean, when you enter into, and I mean, not to take it in a not sexual way, which we're trying, but in the world where kids have that app, like the whole idea of the app is hide everything from everybody. Like we've created an app where nobody needs to know anything about anything. And people do naughty things there.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
The devil's playground.
Is there an element of does some of the dating apps have like a Snapchat element to it where you can send stuff to each other and it disappears immediately?
I don't think so.
Yeah, not when I haven't been on in like 6-7 years. I don't think so.
I feel like there would be that'd be a selling point for some of these apps.
I was very surprised when I was on those apps to find out the number of dudes who sent unsolicited D pics to ladies. Like just not even asking, like, would you like to see it? Just like, hey, we matched. What do you do for work? Here's my bag.
Insane.
And see, that's so weird because we always talk about the psychology of the guys that out in public whip it out.
Yeah.
And I think we've ultimately come to an agreement that those guys are looking for the shock factor. They're getting off on the shock. I think the guys that are firing them off on dating apps, they really think that their wiener is so impressive that is going to get them a date. Because when it comes to the shock factor, like they're not there to experience it. And if they're truly actually shocked and mortified, you'll just never hear from them again. So I think a lot of times in the dating apps, men legitimately go, it's so pretty, she's going to want to sit on it if I just send her a picture of it. It's that simple. And
very few ladies do.
Yeah. I think the success rate of an unsolicited D pic probably pretty low.
I remember the weirdest app that I ever went on because I was trying out all these different apps to see, like
Snap Munch.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you've set the groundwork for that.
There was one app where, as the conversation goes on, their photo gets more revealed because it's like you go in blind. You don't really know what they look like. It just has to be off the conversation. And I quickly learned a lot of females that looked like Ryan Hoppe were just on this app. I go, oh my God, I don't want this.
Oh yeah.
As soon as the face gets revealed, I go, well, it's the end of this conversation.
Like, why not just be honest? I just had a big problem with people lying on the apps. Like, if we're going to meet, I'm going to find out eventually that you're 5'2", 280 and not 5'6", 130.
That's true.
Yeah, that is a bizarre. And I think people are probably just lonely and sad. And I'm not saying that as an excuse to catfish.
Right.
But it's almost in their mind, they're probably like, if I could just get somebody to give me just a smidge of attention now, we'll just figure out the rest when they realize that I'm a wildebeest after the fact, and we'll see what happens. The story that I've now been teasing for roughly 1 week, who needs closure when you've got a mariachi band marching your ex out? We've seen so many different scenarios of scorned lovers who've been cheated upon, the billboards people will pay for, some people will write stuff on someone's car and all of that. This one feels like the safest, best way to get your revenge without really causing a scene. This petty man hired a mariachi band to perform inside the house while his cheating ex was moving out. And you kind of have to see to what's happening. But so the cheater and somebody else are actively like moving a big ass TV and kind of struggling with it. And about 5 feet away from them, there's a full mariachi band performing.
Brilliant.
He's holding a champagne glass. And the caption is, "This is your sign to hire a mariachi performer while your cheating ex is moving out."
That's better than like taking out one of those billboards that says, Bob Peterson cheated on me and left his family.
Yeah, this one probably hurts the least amount of people. Just kind of an awkward, embarrassing, weird moment for the cheater as they move out, but no real mass shaming or anything. Which every level of scorned is different, and you have to figure out what works best for you. Dude, I think There are very few reasons why I want to go to New York. It's pretty well, I've shared that time and time again. Mm-hmm. I think I have the thing that's going to get me to New York, and I think it would be right up your alley as well. And they did it. I think they did it a couple years ago, and then they had to stop doing it, and now it's back, and they think they found the perfect way to do it. Did you see the One Bite Festival in New York?
10,000 people.
The amount of not only people that are there, but the pizzerias that they bring in. It is literally the greatest pizzerias in the United States of America, and they go through so much work to ensure that all of these places have the ovens that they bring in, the actual ovens that they need, and to be able to go to one place to try all of the greatest pizza in the country. It seems like a pretty damn cool thing. And they interviewed all these people from this article in the New York Post that traveled from all across the country. You've got the Apeats from Connecticut. You've got the Johns of Bleecker in New York City. Yeah. You've got stuff from Detroit. You've got stuff from out west. Anything that's ever received a decent rating from Dave Portnoy's scale all made it to this pizza festival. And I think it would be a pretty damn cool thing to do, a quick trip and be able to eat all of the best pizza in the country in one place.
Yeah, as long as the line, I can't imagine with 10,000 people that it's not absolute mayhem.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I'm
of
looking
people.
at them. I mean, but see, I'm looking at a line right now. It's long, but it also looks less long than any ride you'd wait for at an amusement park.
All right.
So I mean, if you think of it, rather than riding a ride, you're going to wait for the best pizza supposedly in the country.
Yeah.
That would make me feel maybe a little better.
It's a good reason to wait.
I think so. I think I'm all burnt up.
Oh, fine.
We didn't get a chance to get into any hard-hitting news today, which may be for the best.
May I please ask you to deliver on a tease that I missed? I heard you tease it, and then I was driving to work. You said that you were done with something that you've been into your whole life.
Oh, WWE.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and I'm not done with them. It's just they announced that they're doing the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
Which is not cool with me. So a little bit of my childhood died. I'm not going to make a bold claim that I will never watch wrestling again, but I think it's one of the worst decisions that they've ever made. And that blood money from Saudi Arabia runs deep.
Agreed.
And they've made their decision. And I haven't seen one person who likes it. Don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is coming up next. Your chance at $1,000 coming up at 5 o'clock. But before we get out of here, we love telling you about our good buddy. He is Jeff Borum.
And the important part is not that we're homies with the guy. I mean, we obviously trust and like him a lot, but so can you. He is the guy who's going to help you navigate the murky seas of negotiating a sale of your home and find you that new perfect residence.
You might have seen it on the news. You might just have friends that have told you that the real estate market in the state of Florida is a little weird right now. You still got a lot of people moving out. Houses aren't just flying off the market the way that they were during COVID. That's why you need Jeff Borum and his team with that masterful marketing machine. They've got a list of potential buyers that might be ready to make an offer before you even put it on the market. Don't risk it. Definitely don't attempt to go for sale by owner in this market. You've got to call Team Borum.
It's all about maximizing the amount of money you want to get for your home and paying the lowest amount for a new one. Team Borum is powered by eXp Realty, and you can find Jeff by Googling Jeff Borum, Borham, and you could be packing tonight.
Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Drew. Shout out to everybody who's been in the YouTube chat all afternoon long. Appreciate you in the Vroom Vroom Room. Senning Show will be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. But don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live coming up next.
They take a whole lot and it's never gonna stop, but I know it's gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone has your back throughout the hurricane season. Along with our severe weather partners at Fox 13, we have everything you need leading up to, during, and after any storm that threatens our Tampa Bay area. Visit theboneonline.com and head to our hurricane guide. Get emergency kit checklists, the latest storm tracks, and ways to help the community after the storm. It's your one-stop shop for hurricane season. We do a lot of dumb stuff here at The Bone, but when hurricanes threaten, we are here for you. Always. 102.5 The Bone Hurricane Guide, powered by Generex Generators. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
At last check in eastern Hillsborough, all lanes of eastbound I-4 remained closed at the Polk County line. It's due to a semi-tractor which lost its load. They're trying to reopen the lanes as quickly as possible, but until then, expect major backups. In Temple Terrace, the left shoulder remains blocked from an earlier accident along southbound I-75 at Fowler. No major problems are currently being reported in Pinellas. This is Jim with traffic.
With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Looking for a new adventure? Then head to your local McDonald's for the new Epic Universe Mix, a mix of frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and frozen Sprite Lemonade. Purchase a large Epic Universe Mix and you could win tickets to the new Universal Epic Universe theme park at Universal Orlando Resort. Drink in the wonders of an awesome new chill for a limited time at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's, no purchase necessary. Visit promotion.coke.com/Epic Universe giveaway for official rules. Fanta and Sprite Lemonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
You don't need to be an all-pro to make big moves. Getting championship-level performance is easy at Crown Kia. Drive a new 2025 Kia K4, just $219 per month. Or a new 2025 Kia Sportage with special low 0% APR. Don't wait for the 2-minute warning. Get to Crown Kia now and save today. Online at crownkia.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sick and tired about the weather knocking out power or even worse, damaging appliances. Call Climate Design Home Services at 727-295-1572 or visit climatedesign.com. Not only can Climate Design protect your appliances and home's electrical system with a whole home surge protector, but they can also install standby generators. Climate Design Home Services is your go-to home services provider when it comes to storm preparation. Don't risk your power and your valuable appliances during this year's storm season. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and get the electrical protection that your home needs. Again, it's 727-295-1572 or climatedesign.com, 727-295-1572 or climatedesign.com.
Are you looking for quality fencing material but not sure where to start? Fence Outlet has everything from wood to aluminum, vinyl, and chain link. They even have fence-in-a-box starter packages that contain everything for the average backyard. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If we lived in the north, we'd already be feeling some cooler weather by now, but we live in this paradise known as Florida, so we have to deal with these hot temperatures almost year-round. If you have an older house and outdated, inefficient windows, you need to call WeatherTight Windows. New energy-efficient windows from WeatherTight Windows will cut down on your electric bills immediately. Give WeatherTight a call today and tell them Mike Kelta sent you.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
What's up, OWN listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs.
Picking up, Oscar! Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards.